You. Oh, my desktop audio wasn't on. They only picked up me going yo.
Nice.
I didn't get a notification. Oh, it's because I have Groovy Bot muted.
New Ashigaru levied 18.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know why it did that, Lynn. It shouldn't actually do that. I thought I turned off that command. But anywho, welcome to the second session of L5R. I'm really glad the last one went quite as well as it did. And it's going to be a regular thing. I'm very glad to have all of you watching. I'm very glad to have all of you here with us tonight. So,
right, pizza's in the oven.
Yeah, pizza's in the oven. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's do this. All right. So, who wants to perhaps recount what happened last session? Maybe introduce yourselves real quick, because this is, like, slightly new. Oh, like,
wait, why was Lynn's message deleted by a moderator?
She was like, it was in all caps, I believe. I think that was the problem specifically. I'm gonna, like, fix that. Whoops. All right. Nightbot commands custom. My bad. Sweet.
Can't stop me.
I hear echoing.
Why is,
have Twitch Prime?
Why is Gloomy a moderator? Why am I not a moderator?
You want to be? You can be a moderator. Here you go, buddy.
Give the sword.
I'm just confused as why I'm Twitch Prime. I don't pay for Twitch Prime.
None of this makes any fucking sense.
There, you mod now? Yeah, there we go. He's a mod now.
Yes.
Sword. All right. So yeah, who wants to oh fuck, you can see some. You can see behind the screen, the behind the curtain a little bit. There we go. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Who wants to start us off? What happened last session?
So we were looking for an Oni. I believe we began off on a little boat looking for the Oni, but we didn't find anything. One of the owners of the boat, or associates of the owner of the boat, confronted us, decided we should go in a circle around the city until my face started, burning in pain. We did that, found the Oni, fought the Oni. It turned into a duel. Bayushi Koga killed the Oni, and we ended.
Yeah.
That's that half of the party story. Though I believe there was some other actions.
There was some other stuff going on. Not a whole lot. It was mostly just pretty hyper-focused on that Oni. Does anyone want to remember who that Oni was specifically?
Setsuno.
I mean, I know who he is.
Yeah, that guy. This is a dead motherfucker in front of us. You see, he's dead-coded because he's got 2 strikes through his character.
Yeah, he's got a big X. That's why I put a big X in chat.
Big X in chat.
Yeah.
Here. All right. Anyone else want to anything? Anyone else have anything to add?
No.
All right. Without further ado, let me fucking get the playlist up. All right. There we go. Hope desktop audio's on. Yes. Okay. Sane looks over the dead body of Setsu, not even cold, and furrows her brow. I would think hiding anything else from you lot at this point would do any good for me. She's a little shaky on her legs. She was incapacitated or unconscious for an amount of time after Setsu kidnapped her. She kind of fans herself and looks about you. There's nothing I can do to make you quiet, is there? None of you.
Akira will speak up and say, it doesn't matter if some of us are quiet if others aren't.
Again, I take bribes.
You're Yojimbo, right?
And she doesn't pay me!
You get compensated in other ways.
I've yet to see them.
Not like that, but yeah.
Perhaps explain yourself and make a legitimate, persuasive case as to your desires.
She runs her hand across her face. She's got, like, a very defeated look. She kind of just, like, grits her teeth and says, all right. But you need to understand, all of you, this is something I've been working towards for years. All right? This needs to stay quiet. This can get myself, this can get you killed. I don't know who else. It's bad. I suppose this should speak for itself. She kind of like... She takes out her Tesson and kind of like tries to like expose some of the wounds of the guy on the ground. But this means I'm close. The man I'm after is a man named Ogata Shinosuke. He has been wanted for treachery against the Scorpion for more than a decade. He was the retainer to the previous Soshi family daimyo, and at a critical moment when the Oni were at the Scorpion's southern border, Ogata betrayed his clan and attempted to flee to the enemy in order to gain dark powers. As I understand it, he was going to sell out defensive positions, techniques, anything he could get his hands on, and use them against us. It was common knowledge that he was dead. He died in the attempt. But I don't know. I've always had my suspicions. And they paid off. Some years ago, he tipped his hand down in Kyuden Natsuki. He used a previous alias, which set me on his trail. For the past few years, I've been picking up the pieces. And now I think I'm close as I'll ever be. I have reason to believe he has infiltrated the Mantis clan. To what ends? She throws up her hands. I can only guess at. I can only guess at a lot of things at this point. Whatever it is, There. There's your answer. Are you happy now?
I see no reason why we should hide this.
Because it could get
If information gets out, then he'll know that she's close.
He'll know I'm close soon enough. I don't know. I can still play this off like a freak accident, but... We're playing a very dangerous game. A lot of you are. This man... Setsu here. She, like, leverages his... She, sticks her Tesson under his shoulder and, very slowly flips him onto his back. This man wasn't always an Oni. Or whatever the hell he is now. He became... corrupted. Sick. Tainted. If he could do this to one man, imagine what he could do to you. He's very powerful.
You've given us a lot to think about, but I suspect it's best we move on before somebody finds us crowding around a body.
That's probably a good idea. Can we go back to the palace?
Yes.
Oh, thank God, I need some tea. Alright, whoa, fucking almost tried to do that from the fucking Roll20 page. Alright, transitioning back up to the palace. You're all in, the center here, in, Chushin. Let's see here, top page, Toshi Rambo. Yeah, you're all in the center in Chushin here. It's about midnight at this point. This has been, kind of an all-day affair of, walking around and doing some sleuthing, and then there was, a really intense fight. It's pretty fucking tiresome. An attendant brings tea, and you're all given a private quarters to discuss matters. And put yourselves down at your leisure. Vaguely over here.
We're over there.
Yeah. It says Imperial Palace is the governor's palace. A lot of big boys.
Big
boys.
Big X for big boys.
Big X for big boys.
Got a
tiny cat.
That's Soche Sane and her real big men.
Real feel crew.
Men.
Real feel crew. All feeling each other up.
5 naked samurai in the palace in Toshiran.
Guys, this is supposed to be a serious game. Alright. She sits down and kind of so she's on it, just sits down and sips at her tea. She's obviously very frazzled, but she has a very pristine complexion and composure about her, and says, "So what else did you want to know?" There is a lot to think on, yes, but I've got a lot of information. Keep in mind, I'm not giving this to you for free. You need to know this is sensitive. Critical it remain at least discreet, if not, like, entirely secret.
Are you telling me there are more infiltrators among the Mantis?
There might be, I don't know.
Are any of them not?
Any of them what?
Are any of them not?
I didn't... One more time?
Are any of them not? Not infiltrated?
Oh, not infiltrated?
Are any of the Mantis not infiltrators?
Yes.
I trust Kyo-san.
Oh,
Basically, it wouldn't make sense for...
Kios.
Has the entire Mantis been turned into Oni?
If that statement's in character, she just kind of like rolls her eyes at the absurdity of it.
Joe tears off his face. Surprise!
Surprise! She kind of like thinks for a second and says, "Infiltrated, more spies. I don't really know. It's distinctly possible given the breadth of his network and just how powerful he is."
Oh, jeez.
Oh Jesus! There's a big boy right there. Hang on, let me.
A tower of a man.
Fuck! Stop moving! Stop it! Stop! 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 Stop!
That's what you get.
God! There! Anyways. She like...
Nightbot then timed out Linduggery, apparently.
Okay, Nightbot, you're a bad boy. Stop it.
Just turn off the fucking bot.
No, the bot stays. The bot has important commands. Just, like, stop spamming caps. God damn it. She's a fucking... I added her to the regular, too. I don't know what the fucking problem is.
Okay, so, yes, Akira will reiterate that he trusts Kyo.
Very nice of you. I have no reason to suspect either that Kyo is turned, but I don't know whoever else might be subject to whatever dark tricks he's got. He's a powerful man, I'm sure you saw that. Dark magics aren't really anything you can just flirt with and then come out normally. You understand the gravity of the situation now?
I propose a compromise.
She kind of raises her eyebrow and says, "Speak."
In the interest of not alerting this man, we can stay quiet. However, in return, Kyo will be free to share this information with those Mantis he deems trustworthy, so that they can have internal investigations. And oh god, Groovy's so loud.
Oh. Yeah, he's kind of loud, my bad.
And furthermore, instead of pinning your kidnapping on a rogue Mantis, we shall pin it on a Scorpion infiltrating the Mantis.
A Scorpion?
Thus the Mantis do not lose honor, and the Scorpion are merely seen as doing what everyone believes they do anyway.
Why would the Scorpion kidnap a Scorpion?
I don't know, man.
That's...
They're a bunch of backstabbing fucks, that's why.
Alright, that's true.
Play it off as a dynastic struggle.
She kind of, like, nods her head at this. It's like, I see the line of logic, but... I don't know.
Kyo's sort of standing at the back, like, with his arms crossed. No, I could assent to this plan.
What was that again? I could consent to this plan?
Could assent to this plan.
I see. She kind of like scratches her chin a little bit. My initial plan was, well, Setsu made an excellent fall guy, and I suppose that's Ogata's point. He seeks to... There was a scrap, as I understand it, between Koga and Setsu at some point, yes?
Have you noticed the missing hand?
You could call it that.
All 27 bones.
All 27 bones to pick. That's what I'm gonna title that. That's what I was gonna title the stream. God damn it. All right. She kind of like scratches her chin and goes like, "I was going to pin this on Setsu because he had motive to gain revenge on Koga through me. I would have made an easy target to dishonor Koga, kill him, and he's destitute. No master without a Yojimbo. I suppose that plan works as well, but in the interest of maintaining Mantis honor, it works, but considerably less foolproof. You need to understand, honor doesn't really play a part in this man's machinations. Or mine.
I do not believe that I will convince Kyo here to go with a plan that involves impinging the honor of the Mantis upon the eve of the Winter Court.
This is true, Kyo-san.
Unfortunately for you, honor does take part in my plans.
So you agree with the monk then, Togashi-san?
If anyone interested, I am always happy to do this. Not this way.
Togashi-san is an honorable man, and I'll accept his education.
Does anyone else object?
I am the only objector.
Well, let's hear it then.
Oh, I'm just objecting. I don't think we need to do it necessarily.
No,
Peaceful.
but she asked
and
about a
respectful.
character. What do you object to? What's the issue?
Let's go further into this plan, and I'll make my objection.
How much further exactly can we
I'm
go?
sorry, what?
What else is there to say, Koga?
I'm not quite sure that I follow what we're doing at the moment.
Well, Togashi-san has astutely observed that the machinations of the Scorpion are perhaps seen as underhanded or sinister. It would be an easy matter to play my kidnapping off as a dynastic struggle, some sort of betrayal from the inside. The only problem here is this makes me a target to my own clan. If that becomes public, I don't know. There's a lot that can go wrong with it. If it means keeping you quiet, I'll go along with it. I have to, but I don't like this.
In the meantime, you can be under our protection.
For how long? That's a good question.
Well, for me, indefinitely.
And for you, Kyo-san, Togashi-san, Akira-san, how long can you guarantee my safety? I know at least most of you are going to the Winter Court. Or have plans to.
Well,
He's going to the court.
I am, yes, but I don't think I could stay there throughout the entire winter.
stay as my retainer.
She, like, raises her eyebrows at this. Your retainer? Kyo-san?
Indeed.
She kind of, like... She furrows her brow a little bit and says, I'm... As smart as an idea as I think that is, I think it may be a misstep. I was planning to go under the auspices of Bayushi Seiji. I am a shogi player of some consequence, as it were.
Oh.
What? Is there a problem, Gloomy?
Some consequence.
She's really fucking good at shogi. It was, perhaps Seiji's bid to have me there to, win some clout and prestige for the clan. At least that's what he hopes. I think any backstabbing or underhanded tactics like that would anger him and do nothing to further my cause. It may damage me in the long run. And you. Keep in mind, my spy network going down means your spy network goes down. There's also something I need to tell you. Seiji isn't fully privy to this. For the express reasons, She kind of like scratches her chin a little bit. I don't want to infer any wrongdoings onto my lord's part, but I don't believe he's entirely forthcoming with what's become of Ogata. I don't believe he's had a hand in it, or at least I can't say for certain if he's had a hand in it, but any record he may have kept of the incident or Ogata's treachery has been struck from the records. He himself has not been forthcoming. Anyone else I've talked to has been silent on the matter, or conveniently forgotten. That's why I had to do this myself. Does that make sense? She takes like a sip of her tea.
But nobody's here doing the tea ceremony.
Does anyone here have tea ceremony?
No.
I don't think
No.
so.
I think Akira does. Or Akira has something. No, he has treaty signing.
No, I
that's it.
don't. Yeah, I have treaty signing.
Rip.
I would.
It's got
Oh,
tea
I
in
could,
it.
I could have everybody here sign a treaty. Like we could all stake honor and glory on upholding our parts of the bargain.
I mean, that actually seems a little bit reasonable. Maybe, I don't know.
You know, I thought you were kidding, but yeah, that doesn't seem unreasonable.
That's
Well,
that's totally a-okay with Sane.
here's the text. Once per game session as a downtime activity, I can make a TN2 composition fire check to write an agreement.
Does Akira put this forward in character?
Yes, Akira will say we can sign on it.
I consent to this.
What exactly are we signing on? Since we are signing something. What is the letter of our treaty?
I guess point A, Scorpion will take responsibility for the kidnapping. Point B, we will remain silent, except for point C, Unagi Kyo, who is permitted to tell Mantasy Trusts in order to launch an internal investigation.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Right, time to make a TN2 composition fire check.
Trying to
Followed
decide
by a
if-
TN3 government air check.
I'm trying to decide
Okay,
if,
I can have up to 2 assistances.
Katsumi has reason to want to tell the Phoenix ambassador how things went, but I don't think it's strictly necessary.
3 assistances, actually. There are more than 3 people here. How many people have any points in competence?
Yeah, that's important.
So that I know how many extra white dice and how many extra black dice I've got.
Fucking Nightbot's going on a tear. What the fuck?
Rumi will
happening?
assistance.
Nightbot's banned Lynn like for 10 minutes for some fucking reason.
I'm telling you, you need to turn the fucking pod off.
Okay.
Nightbot is a savage dude.
Okay, Nightbot has been disabled for now. I'll figure out how to like not make him a total shithead at some point.
Just machine learning, bro.
I don't know how to fucking... How do I
Just, like,
untime out Lynn? There it is, untime out user.
God damn it. Okay.
You may speak again.
So how many people have composition?
Not I.
I have
believe
something
I do.
further to discuss before we sign this.
Speak.
Okay.
I would like your support in the Mantis clan gaining Great Clan status.
Akira support or the Crane support?
Or the
No,
Scorpion
I'm just saying
Lady
to
support.
Sane.
Oh, it's a Sonic.
Oh, jeez.
My support or the Scorpion support?
What can you offer?
I can offer my support, which is, to some degree, the Scorpion support, but this will only get you so far.
Some is better than none.
This is true. She kind of like bites her lip and just sort of like there's a look of consternation on her face and says, "What would this entail, Kyo-dono?"
Well,
That's the important part here. There's only so much I can help you with.
well, perhaps you could speak with your betters when it comes to finally beseeching the Emperor. Perhaps a few more voices from other clans may persuade him.
The Emperor's a woman.
Her. That's right. I forgot that was a thing. Her.
Yeah.
Hentai is a girl?
This Hante is currently a woman, yes. She's not actually that much many years past her Genpuku. Genpuku?
Puku. Yes.
Coming of age, yeah, Genpuku. Her coming of age ceremony. She said, she kind of like looks you in the eye. Almost said eyes. She looks you in the eye and says, "Done."
Good.
All right, let's make that roll. Oh,
Who here was offering Akira assistance?
I'll assist him on the second check. I don't think he needs assistance on the first one.
Was the first one?
Well, I can still get up to 3 assistances. Might as well.
Was the first one like a what is the first one? The composition check?
Yes.
That's artisan, right? Yeah, she'll give you assistance. She has 3 in artisan.
Okay. I just need like the people who are helping actually write the treaty in character. So I guess her obviously,
Yeah.
but probably also Unagi Kyo, and I'd guess Togashi-san because it was.
All right,
That makes sense.
sure. That is a black die.
No rank
yes.
in composition. Big
Yeah.
rip.
No,
She
no
you
ranks.
you get skilled assistance from Sane. It's a white die.
So 2 black die and 1 white die.
White die.
Thanks, guys. Really helped
Welcome.
me out.
The drop was mine,
Wow.
just so you know.
It's real
Okay,
poggers. That's distinctly poggers.
That being said, you do just pass, right?
Yeah, he does
Yes,
just
I
pass.
will take
Keep
all.
an absurd number of dice, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, I am keeping.
Just keep all the
I'm keeping
Make a
all,
copy.
all of those.
Make a copy for safekeeping so Sane can't burn it or something.
Or
you know,
stake
that's
half honor
actually-
yourself, or give somebody a second downtime.
If you succeed, you might get my assist. Yeah, how much honor? Everybody stakes 10 honor. Except for Akira, who is going to stake 5 with his. Fuck
Does
you.
ops- Does he?
My artisans!
My
Yeah,
artisans.
he does.
My artisan obs.
DDDD.
And a TN3 government air check with up to 3 assistance.
Governments.
Governments. She can also give you assistance on that.
I guess no, yeah, I better actually make a second copy. What else do we have here?
Fire downtime up, 2 ops, give somebody a second downtime.
Yeah, that'd be pretty spicy. Wonder who would do something with
Mm.
that. Very interesting turn
Okay,
of events.
I'm gonna give Tofflesby some more opportunities to make a sword. 'Cause I
You mean more
need
opportunity to fail miserably at making a sword?
He's
Okay,
almost there.
so
What's the air check? Like how big?
it's
This one in particular is TN3.
No, the sword one.
Oh, TN5.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
I do have my own assistance from last session, and I could spend a void point,
And you have.
and I have
your-
my assistant, so I have decent odds at getting at least one sword finished.
At least one.
okay. I can keep
Look at
mini
everything.
dice.
Literally
I
everything.
can in fact keep it. I will keep everything. Yes. Might as well roll the explosive and see.
Explosive.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Bonus successes make the treaty even more of a treat.
Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted an opportunity, so thank God. So Now I will use my 3 opportunities to stake half the honor of the other participants.
God damn. All right.
V clever.
Where's...
You cheeky
I have
bastard.
4 opportunities, so...
Still got one up left.
Yeah.
You can. There you go. You can increase. Make everybody else take 11 honor.
Since this is a scholar skill, I would like to learn something about Soshi-sane, since she helped create the item.
Okay. What? Are there any specifics?
Such as advantage or disadvantage or something. Yeah, I would like to learn a disadvantage of Soshi-sane.
Accustomed to luxury.
I see. Guess we just gotta put her in some dirt.
just fucking throw her in the dung pile.
Throw her in the stables
Just
with the shit
literally
peasant.
chuck this bitch in the dung pile.
Okay.
You're a Heenan now, lad.
A what?
A Heenan, Harry. You're literally like
thumping
one
good
third of a
one.
human. Like, not even an Ashigaru.
Good season for crops, Harry.
All right. So you have anything else you want to do?
He's typing.
Okay, he's typing.
That's terrifying.
I'm marginally terrified. Let me like fucking fiddle with this a schmidge.
Boop.
All right. Let's read this. Sane looks over the treaty, reads aloud. Point A. The Scorpion will take responsibility for the kidnapping. Point B. All parties will keep quiet about the kidnapping except Unagi Kyo-san, who has leave to launch an internal investigation. Point D. Soshi-sane will assist the Mantis in ascension to Great Clan status. All parties take 10 honor except Akira, who's dead.
That is not
part of the
in
deal,
character information.
Sane gives her stamp. Done.
Rumi will stamp it too, since he has one.
Nah, guys, don't you know about the giant poster in Hentai's Palace with a list of every single person in Rokugan and their honor score, glory score,
Her
and...
honor rank. He's just got all the character sheets.
That's terrifying.
It's starting to sound like me, actually.
Spider's a real emperor now. Alright, so there we go. Treaty is signed. Tofflesby can do some more sword work. Attempt some more sword. And Akira has obtained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 strength. Good enough.
20 strike?
What
What?
you
Hold
do?
the fucking phone.
I'm sorry, what?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strife added to my 5 puts me at 13.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
Holy
20
shit.
strife?
Holy shit, Akira, what
Did
have
you
you
just-
been fucking
Did
doing?
you just compromise during the treaty making?
He did compromise, but he didn't unmask.
Akira did compromise, but he isn't going to unmask because I don't think we need to, because it's the middle of...
There's some old...
Yeah. Oh god, that was such a fucking stressful treaty, Jesus Christ.
I just want to... Ah! In the middle of the night. God, fucking treaties.
Speaking of
These are stressful time.
Well, I mean, if it's really the middle of the night, then Rumi's assistant probably isn't awake.
Yeah, he's not awake.
Damn. Alright, I'll wait for him.
Yeah, I'll probably have to wait till the morning. It's, it is pretty late right now. It'll probably be into the AM at this juncture.
I mean, Tuffles does have a free downtime, so we'll
Oh,
just
he does have
do
a free
that in the
downtime,
morning.
yeah.
It's fine.
Then I suppose we're all set.
already.
Yes, mostly. Sane says to herself. Sane just kind of like sighs and sits back in her chair and says, "If you would all be so kind to leave me, except Koga. There's something I want to ask of him."
Her, get the fuck out!
Rumi will bow and take his leave and wait for Akira outside.
We will come outside.
Okay.
Akira, tomorrow morning, come visit me in my workshop. There's things I wish to discuss.
All right. I'm going to bed. I'm very tired. This is the middle. This is later. This is way past my bedtime. That's why I took 8 strike.
This is past my bedtime. I am going to unmask. I do not want to lose glory.
Anxiety, bedtime.
Hentai. Her name is not Hentai. It's Hante. 5-head. Anyways, Sane waits till everyone in the room kind of leaves and then like checks outside for eavesdroppers. Satisfied that no one is listening, right, guys? No one's listening?
Yeah, Rumi went back to his place.
Okay.
Never-
I wanted to make sure
I
no one has
sleep.
any actual intent to like listen. In which case you would need to make a
Koga's
roll.
still there, right?
Koga's there. She wanted to talk
That's
to
your
Koga.
Jumbo.
Yeah. How about Togashi?
Oh, I'm sorry, for what?
She asked everyone to leave. Does Togashi want to like eavesdrop?
Oh, not really.
Okay. She closes the door and takes Koga aside and asks him, Koga-san,
Sane-san.
how far are you willing to go to get this done?
It's not even a question.
Yes, it's a question, and I'm genuine right now. I need
As
to know
far as you need me to...
how much you're willing to dishonor yourself.
In what sense? Publicly or personal?
I may ask you to do things that people will find reprehensible, dishonorable, crude even. It'll be dangerous, but this has been dangerous before, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You're no stranger to danger, are you? She peels back Koga's mempo and like rubs the oni wound he has, kind of just like runs her finger over it.
Oh.
Suppose not.
She stops and thinks for a moment and says, all right. I am going to start playing at Ogata's game. I want you to leave the Scorpion Clan.
Okay.
You will make it seem as though you have abandoned your post, or more importantly, I have dishonored you and cast you out for failing to protect me this night. Are you willing to do that?
Can we fix it later?
Fucking Koga.
She stops and thinks for a moment and says, I told you this would be dangerous. And it won't be easy and it won't be clean. I can't guarantee you any outcome, Koga. I can't even guarantee you my life. I can't guarantee that you'll live past tomorrow. That's how this is just going to go.
Nobody can. Let alone in our line of...
We're in dangerous waters now. Not just dangerous, unknown waters. That's the worst part of it. We're going in completely blind. That's why I want you to get close to Ogata as you can. Sniff him out. Do whatever you need to. Kill him. Bring him here.
Speaking of which, not to lead you astray, take this with a grain of salt, but if you would like my opinion as to who he is hiding out as in the Mantis clan, it is most certainly good.
Gozen?
That would be my best guess. At this moment, anyway.
Describe him to me.
Shady? Haven't really seen him associate with many people other than the head of the Mantis. Always seems to scheme.
The head of the Mantis?
perhaps not the head of the Mantis.
No, you mean Yorihiko.
Yes, I believe so.
She kind of glares a little bit and says, "Oh no, that's bad. That goes high up in the Mantis clan. If he's in good with Yorihiko, I don't know what to make of that. That could be very bad. All right, here's the plan, Koga. You are going to dishonor yourself by having me cast you out of the clan. After that, you will seek to join the Mantis, offer them your services as a Ronin.
All right.
I will tell you this before you go all the way. We need to make it. It's important we make a public affair of this. First of all, it'll be done in the daytime.
Of course.
It'll be done in the daytime. You'll have time to think then. I'll give you the night to think it over.
Ugh. And smoke opium.
It's my.
So, out of curiosity, what does that do to your character on a mechanical level in terms of their school?
Maybe
Nothing.
not their school. They would continue to advance through their school. It would affect their status and probably their honor rank.
Okay. That's interesting, but sure.
You
I
basically
guess it
can't
would
lose
be-
access to your school unless you're going with the hardcore, have to go visit your dojo every time you rank up to actually get the increase.
No, we don't do that here. We don't do that here.
I think it would be almost kind of cool if you could do a transition to a Ronin variant of your school or something, but
That'd be kinda
it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's kind of neat, but if Koga wants at this point, I'd let him fucking become a mercenary ninja. But I don't know, Death Dealer's pretty good.
Maybe, but if there was a Ronin template that you could just apply to schools.
They're kind
Hold
of
on,
is.
if you believe TG, Ronin or Death Dealer is the worst class in the game and should never be played.
It's fine.
I know, they're stupid.
TG's very stupid. I don't know what the fucking problem is. So yeah. All right.
Perfect.
Why don't they just steal
Ruma
Otaku
Scout
magic?
is
Why
a-
don't they just steal the Otaku steeds and then sell them and break the monopoly on the...
Ruma Scout is a shitty Bushi is my favorite meme from TG.
Not Soshiro Sasuke?
All right. So wait, hang on. Let me close my door. Okay. All right. If no one has anything to do they want to do during the middle of the night here, which I doubt, we are going to skip to the morning. You now may all take your downtime activities.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, boy.
I guess I would like to get with Akira.
Okay.
Cool. Yes. Oh god, everybody wants to talk to Akira. Okay, we will. Well, Tofflesby's free downtime action can wait a little bit, I think. All right. Yeah, Akira and Kyo can.
So, I suppose we need to compose a message to the Emperor. And I would like your assistance in doing so. To beseech the Emperor for a place at the Winter Court.
Yes, of course. I would be happy to help.
On the grounds that we are taking the Tortoise Clan's place, given their dishonor.
Ah, yes, of course. Because of their dastardly conduct, and with the additional note that we both won our respective judicial duels, so
Yes.
we were proven correct by blood, by trial of blood.
Yes. If you would do me the favor of composing the message, as I am sure that is very much in line with your skill set.
Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. I got to think about what ring I want to use. Is doing fire stance and being like herb
Derb, Emperor
awful
stupid.
seems... No, it would be more like scorpion or
Tortoise.
tortoise stupid.
Yeah.
It would be a fire stance.
Tortoise Clan is a bunch of
air
bitch-ass
stance.
motherfuckers.
We'll be very like polite and flowery.
I think
and
I was
stuff.
gonna call for air stance, just like
Yeah.
considering like who you're talking to exactly.
Yeah,
The
and we
Emperor
will grab assistance
Right.
from Kyo. Oh wait, that was the wrong ring.
Nice.
There we go. Still not.
Tortoise. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Total clusterfuck. This may take a while.
You
to
you
get-
kind of spend like the hour,
Hmm.
the however many hours
Sure.
composing like a very flowery and like polite letter to the Emperor. You're not really happy with the outcome, just based off of that.
Yeah, it's not super surprising. Air.
Make a copy, forehead. No.
No, that's not correct. I was gonna say, air is I can add the resplendent or subtle quality, so we'll add resplendent.
Okay, you have like it
to
has
this
like
letter.
you bedazzle it or something. It's got like fucking like purple studs all around it. It still looks like shit, but like it's kind of nice to look at, I guess.
Well, the calligraphy is impeccable. It's just not the most
and the
strongly worded letter
and the
of all.
bedazzling. Don't forget that.
And we will I don't know, act subtly to attract minimal attention. Akira will I don't know. I don't think there's too much I can do here. That was just kind of a shitty roll.
That was a spectacularly shitty roll, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
Shitty
we're gonna wad this one up and try again later, but not now. I have to go. I have to go and help Rumi and
Yeah.
or whatever he wanted.
All right.
Oh, Akira does want to caution Yo, as I thought of something. Kyo-san, I trust you a good deal, but I am worried that if there is an Oni somewhere within the Mantis crew, that giving them great clan status could result in a very bad situation because of the sudden power the Oni might have access to.
I have planned for this eventuality, as it turns out, and I assure you there's nothing to worry about on that regard.
I think because of Kyo's famous reliability, Akira will believe him.
Yeah, totally.
That's what that ability means.
You just believe him straight up. All right. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. What's Rumi up to?
All right, Rumi will get started trying to finish one of these fucking swords.
Finally, God.
Do you want my unskilled assistant?
Not for this.
All right. So your assistant is awake this time. He's a little groggy. It's a little early in the morning. He hasn't had his coffee yet. And says, another food. Hang on. No. Okay. Like his assistant is hard of hearing. He's not mentally challenged. His assistant is hard of hearing, and I was trying to yawn while speaking loudly, and
It came out real poorly.
it came out real bad. Okay. Another
All right.
sword, sir. I'd be glad to help you.
The masterworks all. You can't go wrong.
I was literally just about to say that.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
All right, well, I can just keep 5 successes, so we're good.
Can you?
Gucci.
Yeah,
you
Oh,
can.
because
yeah.
I have my own assistants from
Oh,
the last
the-
check I made,
one
and
of
my
those-
assistant.
One of those was did you not pick up the black explosive?
Oh,
I haven't-
did you?
I haven't rolled for explosives yet.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, did you choose not to spend a void point?
No.
Okay.
Because I had my assistants from last time on this.
Ah. Spicy.
Roll them explosives.
Roll 1 black, roll 1 white.
Explosive. Wow.
Womp,
Right.
womp,
2
womp.
ops, 5 successes. I will use 1 op to knock off Strife because Jesus fucking Christ.
You have
Um,
your school ability counts, doesn't it?
I'm
Sorry,
going to use my
the
skill
ops.
ability on one where I don't already have spare ops because I don't really need
see.
spare ops in this.
Yeah, you don't need like.
Can't you use your school ability
Actually-
to make a duplicate?
That's
No,
for
that's on a fire check.
Yeah, it's a
You
fire
can
check.
your school ability is once
Actually.
per scene because of the.
Right, that's true. But I'm doing 2 downtimes in 1 scene.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Actually, I will not knock off 1 Strife. I will use that 1 op to apply Resplendent.
Ooh. All right.
So this is now a finished Kakita Katana with Resplendent.
excellent.
Were you
Excellent.
not applying any patterns?
He's applying Kakita pattern.
Yeah, that is the pattern.
Doesn't he have? Didn't he get another one too? Or am I
He
thinking
No,
of
it's
did.
for
That-
polearms.
that's only for
polearms,
polearms.
yeah.
Ah,
He's saving it for
Polearms
Memento.
polearms are earth water, so that would theoretically be good for Vlad. But Vlad is playing a duelist, so it may not be that good for.
Anyway, now feel free for Akira to arrive.
All
Now
right.
that
Okay,
got
Akira
this
will
out.
arrive. Yo,
Ooh.
Akira, you're just in time.
Akira will like for what? Are you ready for an unforgettable?
Well, Rumi, I made it despite your directions.
Ah, Kingfisher Akira. I hope you're ready for an unforgettable forging.
Yes.
Yes.
What's that coming out of your forge?
That's
Oh no,
like
that's not
fucking
smoke.
God.
That's steam
I swear
from
on
the,
my life.
the steamed iron we're having.
Steamed iron.
Anyway, Rumi will present Akira with the sheathed katana. I finally managed to get this one done. Go on, have a look at it.
Akira will draw the sword.
What?
It doesn't make swingy sounds because real swords don't do that. Fuck you.
Fuck you, right?
Engraved along the blade is the image of a very smug-looking kingfisher snatching a fat carp from the jaws of a lion.
It's glorious.
It's a work
Akira
of fucking art.
This is a work of fucking art. Akira will do like a full at the waist bow. Kakita-san, this is a wonderful gift.
You don't know how much of a relief it. Oh right, I should knock off 3 Strife for armament.
Yeah, you
Thank God.
actually succeeded.
I
so
actually succeeded at
Yeah,
a
he
check, so
actually did. This is
perfectionism
why-
doesn't shit on me. All right.
Akira expression. Shut the fuck up.
Part of the reason I wanted to ask you here today is I also wish to make a sword for Kyo, but I don't know what sort of engraving to include on it.
Unagi is a squid, right?
Nagi's eel.
Oh, it's an eel. Oh, yes.
I think
As I understand, he is associated with
the Unagi family.
Unagi
Yeah.
family.
Eel.
All right. All right. Let's see what we can do with this other one then.
really? Is the Kakita duelist not the first one to get a katana?
Apparently not.
Well, you see, I didn't know. I already had an engraving in mind for Akira's. So. All right. Let's try making the second one. I will spend a
Perhaps-
void point here.
Perhaps Rumi should ask Kyo about.
Absolutely fucking not.
No, Akira will go ask Kyo, and if I may, I would like to give unskilled assistance for my running errands for Rumi.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
100.
All right, what you want on your katana?
What size katana you wear?
I guess like some kind of like eel themed thing, but like a royal eel.
Like
Give
How
him
about
like
a
a squiggly katana.
flamberge katana?
A flamberge katana.
Masterwork flamberge katana.
But
Okay,
can it beat my plus 10 Chaos Wayhander?
Akira, Akira will suggest an eel. Oh, fuck! What was? Oh, an eel! An eel like crushing a tortoise, like surrounding.
ooh, that's pretty spicy.
All right.
Maybe not that. For reasons. For reasons, I would prefer you didn't do that.
No hate crimes in your katana. I see.
Well, because of future plans.
Or Ouroboros eel.
Ouroboros.
Oh,
That would be cool.
Ouroboros.
But it's going in a line. How would you have it?
A
You're a
figure
smart
eight
lad.
eel.
Yeah, figure 8 eel.
Oh well, I guess we could put an eel like down the back of the blade. That could work. Just a squiggly one.
I still think it should be a flamberge katana.
You can have
Fucking
the
stupid.
you can have the wavy like pattern, like the blade
Yeah.
pattern.
The watered steel.
I'm trying to remember. I used to know all the fucking sword terms because of course I did.
course.
I only remember armor these days. Yes, there are a whole bunch of like different patterns they can do with that. Whatever. It's a wavy one and it's got an eel.
Perhaps like an eel going through some waves or something.
Ooh, that's spicy.
All right.
Just really stick it to the water clan.
All right. So void point. Void point spent.
Water
Assistance from
clan.
Akira. Assistance from my assistant. Let's fucking do this.
Your assistant-
Oh! Yes! Yes!
We're doing it!
Yeah.
Yo!
How many dice do you get to keep? 6?
A lot.
Yes, 6.
How many dice do
we
you get to keep?
know.
Yes.
I guess we know what all. Well, I guess we know what 6.
Yeah.
You need to keep 6.
Let's see. That'll be 4.
Well, I guess you can just grab the.
I'll just keep the 4 strifeless successes. The op success, and honestly the strife op. I'm not fucking with those explosives.
No,
Stay back,
take
demon.
Explosives. Take the explosives. Do it.
The explosives.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I have
it,
so
do
much.
it,
str-
do it,
fine.
do it,
God damn
Do
it.
it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Fine, I'll take both explosives instead of the black successes.
Explosive.
I guess.
Oh,
Alright.
Explosive.
4 6 op.
Ooh.
Oh, can he do like really spicy stuff with 6 op?
He might be able to.
With GM approval?
There's nothing in the book that requires 6 ops,
I'm-
but
Well,
What exactly? It would depend on what he wanted to do with those 6 ops, because he could get away with a lot, probably.
I see
I was
4.
gonna say
options.
just
I can add 2 more from school.
Yeah, it's a school ability.
I was gonna say he can just start adding properties to it, probably.
Just like slap all the fucking properties on it.
Give me all the
Give him
properties.
subtle and resplendent.
Subtle resplendent
No,
cancel
Subtle
Subtle
crap,
is
don't
trying
they?
to cancel, so you can't do that. Yeah, so one up for Resplendent. I mean,
Yeah, 1 up for resplendent leaves me with 5.
gotta do that.
Explosive. I gotta get that in like soundbite form and just like play it whenever something like that happens.
What other fucking things? It's a katana, so it already has ceremonial and razor-edged,
Razor-edged.
presumably.
Yeah.
Built in.
No, that's an earth op, isn't it?
Durable's
Well,
an earth op.
it is, but I mean, we've got 6. Staring. No, I don't think staring.
Staring
would
katana.
work.
Katana, yeah. Please.
I could add concealable. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll be down with concealable.
Did concealable and resplendent? Oh no, it's concealable.
Concealable and cumbersome cancel. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess probably durable was.
Yeah, can you splash into Earth territory by spending a fuck ton of ops?
Can I spend my
Yeah.
additional 5 ops to apply durable and or concealable?
Yes,
yeah.
that seems reasonable.
That seems reasonable, yeah.
All
Both
right.
or one? Both or one?
Yeah, both are one. That's important.
It's like
Yeah, it's got-
conceal slightly higher priority here, so
We
if
have
just one, then
5,
just concealed.
so-
Yeah, we're just
It's
concealed.
your choice if you can do
Okay.
both.
Let's say
Spider.
just. Oh, right. Okay. I mean, yeah.
He's got 5 ops. I don't know what else we're gonna do with.
I will allow you to spend that like absurd amount of ops on like concealable, because of just how much there is. You can always give it durable later if you want.
Way?
Yeah, durable's
Oh,
pretty
yeah, I
easy to
guess
slap
I
on
can.
later.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it
All right,
easy?
yeah.
I guess I don't know how many can we get away with if we just start knocking off Strife now?
What?
Does concealable cost 5 ops
Uh,
or like 3?
I would say an additional quality costs like another op on top of like the other 3. I'd like go that route.
I'm confused. So is it that concealable costs 3
Concealable
ops?
costs 3, and then every additional quality would cost like another 1 on top of that 3.
So there is a base op cost to moving outside of your stance in terms of properties.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Then
I
once
don't
that
think you
cost,
can apply concealable with any particular ring.
There's no listed op for doing it.
Just almost it off for doing. I'll totally allow concealable for 3 ops though, and then like durable would be like probably 4 ops after that. Yeah, like you see what I'm putting?
So
down?
like 7 total ops.
7 total
or-
ops for both of them. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I don't think anybody can do that.
you.
I mean, I can later.
Yeah, he theoretically.
7 is not a big deal for a Kakita swordsmith to hit later on.
I guess, but
All right. Yeah, we'll apply concealable, and then I will knock off 1 strife.
Pog. Well, there you go, Kyo. You
Oh,
have
how is
a-
it concealed?
It's just black.
it's got a special sheath again.
Yeah, we'll go with it's got a slightly altered sheath that makes it really easy to draw and sheathe. Because half of the concealable property is that you can draw or sheathe the weapon as part of an attack
Right.
with it.
Cool.
Okay.
Who needs the
Is it so? So what is like? What all does this do?
So this is a katana with +1 deadliness, the resplendent quality, and the concealable quality.
What should I call it? Like in my equipment?
Yeah. Give your swords names.
Oh,
You can
yeah, I guess
totally
I
just
have
give
to
your
name-
swords names.
I thought they had to be super legendary to have names.
They're
What's the
super
Japanese
legendary
name
now. Kingfisher? I actually didn't know that. It's like Koa something.
the king fishing rod?
Kingfishing rod. Kingfisher, I think, is Kawasemi. That was it.
Kawasumi, yeah.
It was either that or Kawatori. I don't remember.
Literally means river cicada. What? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Look,
What
it
are you
doesn't have to
doing?
make. It doesn't have to make sense. It's Japanese.
So it's just it has +1 deadliness and concealable and resplendent.
resplendent. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
I gotta come up. We're gonna wanna call it Turtle Destroyer.
Turtle Destroyer.
I
Turtle
pulled my
cock crusher.
Unagi no Kiba.
The eel blade? The blade of eel? Okay. Yeah, that works.
It's eel fang.
Oh. Kiba.
Okay.
Yeah, Kiba. That's correct.
What's pharyngeal
Yeah,
jaws
eel.
in Japanese?
Is pharyngeal with PH?
Yeah.
Alright. Pharyngitis. Ugh. Pharyngeal jaw. Okay, so pharyngeal jaw. Hang on. Okay, hold on. I got
Oh my
this.
god.
Big Dave is on the case.
When
Okay. Pharyngeal. Oh, there is actually a word for it. It's intoago.
イントアゴ、
Intoago. Long O, short O.
Actually, I do like the name Utsubo. which is just Moray.
That's nice. Yeah.
Ooh, it's
That's amore.
That's amore.
More.
What?
What?
Whip.
Oh God, this is horrifying. Why do they have 2 jaws?
One throat. Imagine.
Dude, geese are the worst.
Geese are really fucking bad. Yeah. Pussy destroyers. Another
Oh
way.
God, it's like the fucking aliens.
Yeah.
The fucking xenomorphs.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
just a
frontal jaws are cool as fuck.
Smaller mouth comes out of your mouth.
All right, Rumi will suggest Utsubo as a name, but he's not like super fixed on it. If Kyo wants to name it something else,
What's Utsubo?
Utsubo.
Moray,
Moray.
the type of eel.
How do you spell it?
Is it you or Utsubo? Yeah. You. Yeah, that's correct.
Where have you written?
It's in chat.
In chat. Roll 20 chat.
Oh, on Roll20.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, Utsubo's a cool fucking sword.
That is what it's called.
Pog. That's a really fucking good sword you've got there, Vlad. I hope you're happy.
I am. It doesn't do increased damage, just deadliness.
Just deadliness, yeah.
Plus
Although
one
higher
dead.
deadliness does mean higher damage on EI cuts,
And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
and concealable means you can sheath it as part of making an EI cut with it, so you can just EI again.
Lamau.
Just go crazy.
You see, it's named Moray because of the Moray's habit of lurking in rocks only to strike at passing fish.
That's pretty smart. Ooh, I like that. Wow, wow, that's some spicy diagenesis right there. I used that word right. Alright.
Alright, now we gotta deliver this thing to Kyo. Or unless Kyo came along with Akira or something.
Whatever. Like to deliver it, that would...
there is another way to do Kingfisher. Kawasumi. There's also Hisui.
Hisui?
Hisui sounds better to me. Let me do that. Uncommon Hyogai kanji.
That's also like a feminine name, which is interesting.
Yeah, it means Kingfisher. Yeah. Well, he's a twink, so it's good enough.
Yeah, Rumi will take Akira and the finished katana and go find Kyo.
I think Tofflesby deserves a glory award for making 2 very nice.
Tofflesby definitely deserves a glory award. What do you think that should be? That should be like 3 or 5, I'd say.
3, probably.
Yeah, 3. 3 for like 2 impeccably amazing katana you have crafted today. Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Now I need to update this slide I painstakingly made over the weekend.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Okay, at least nobody here is playing Nakoma's Shadow.
Oh, God. That would be fucking... Oh, my God! Yeah, now that would be fucking miserable.
Oh, Hisui refers specifically to red kingfishers, and Kawasumi refers to blue.
Ooh, that's...
I see. I
I see.
understand that.
Definitely a blue one.
Yeah. That's pretty spicy.
Okay. If I get a wakizashi, Kakita wakizashi later,
We'll name it Kawasemi.
we'll name it. No, we'll name that one Hisui, and we'll
Okay.
name this the katana.
All right. Maybe maybe like the flares on the hilts, just like red and yellow.
Oh, like the tsuba and the
Yeah.
binding.
Yeah, the binding.
Okay.
I like that.
Actually, yeah, we'll just specify we want some red binding. That'll be our resplendent. Everybody can tell. It's
Cool.
perfect.
Excellent.
Hisui. There we go.
Oh, hang on. I was like checking. I've been checking. Hang on, hold on a second. Okay, phew. Alright, false alarm. False alarm. I got a Twitter notification for a county near me, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Do we have a confirmed case of coronavirus? And it's just like, oh, it's just a hockey game. I was like, alright. Like, it was trending on Twitter. Like, I've been monitoring this just so like know when to not go out for a while. And then it was just like, oh, it's just a hockey game. Apparently this is also
Aye.
a concern for, like, a lot of people in my state. They saw it trending, it was like, oh god, oh fuck, are we all dead? Anyways, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, be right back.
Are we? Is this official break time? Is that what this is?
I
I think
guess.
he's just going to the bathroom.
Oh.
Well, I'm also going to do that. No, that is Akira's letter to the Emperor. We'll try. Akira will try again
The-
later.
Who's carved this the?
Wavy sword 3D. God, that looks awesome.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's his katana right there.
Oh god. I think Rumi would have to kill himself on the spot if he made that thing.
Flamberge katana. What are some other kinds of eels? Because if I create if I get a wakizashi, I'll need to call it some other kind of eel. A smaller eel.
Alright, okay, so, let's see here, that was
By,
like...
by the way,
Shoot.
the other thing that's rather thematic is Unagi Kyo literally means eel print, by the way.
It's pretty spicy. I don't know about you guys, but I love theming. Okay, Katsumi-san, I have a question for you. What is Katsumi up to? Narco-san.
I'm not sure if he has anything specifically to do during the downtime.
Nothing that immediately comes to mind?
Yeah, nothing that really immediately comes to mind.
Okay.
Oh, Ready Kingfisher are bigger, so we will name the big sword after the Ready Kingfisher instead.
Okay. So, alright. While you were, like, doing monk things, Katsumi, you know, just, like, kind of, like, meditating, probably practicing kata or something, your good friend, Okami Ryoji, comes up to you and says, hey, Katsumi-san.
Yes.
About last night, I'm sorry I fell behind. You know how these things can get, right? The whole Oni wound thing. He's kind of like scratching his head and a little bashful that he like kind of like failed to keep up with you in your chase last night.
There is There is no shame in succumbing to the handicap which you cannot help.
He just kind of sighs, yeah. I mean,
The only shame would be in giving up.
I like to think I didn't give up. I like to think I haven't given up anyways. Did whatever it is you were doing last night, well, I mean, there's already some talk about town. Hard to prevent a corpse like that from just, you know, leaving.
Did he actually catch up to us as the Oni died? Like, would he have been present during the contract negotiations?
Probably would have like caught up with you while you were walking back, or like maybe just like hid out in the palace. So
I guess I'm wondering, like, to what, if any degree, does talking to him about it constitute a breach of contract?
He was not privy for the contract signing, so.
All right. I'm sorry. What was the last thing he asked?
He said, well, it's kind of hard to keep, like, a whole Oni just up and dying secret in the city, especially considering its size.
Worst case scenario, people know that an Oni was here and then an Oni left. The fact of its death is, needs not be spoken of.
I sure hope so. Kakita-san, I got another question for you.
Kakita?
Kakita, whoops! That was my bad. Alright. Togashi-san, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so earlier, you know, before I should say, we were giving chase to the Oni, you did something kinda Kind of interesting. Seen you done it a few times now, actually.
I'm sorry, you, like, totally cut out there for me.
You did... When we were hunting the Oni, you did a couple of, well, you've done it a few times now, a couple of interesting things. Which, what do you call that? Just made the whole ground erupt one time.
Ah, you refer to the sacred art of Kiho.
Kyo?
A technique passed down to monks, not specifically of the Togashi Tattooed Order, but I must say that we are the best at it. I don't know, what flavorfully is Kiho exactly?
It's like... It's a good fucking question. It's aligning, like, the specific energies pertaining to the rings in the metaphysical sense. I believe that's it. It's outlined in the, You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna read that.
Oh, okay.
Techniques. Kiho. Alright. Kiho. Kiho, meaning key method, are powerful spiritual techniques generally known only to monks. Practitioners, activate them by aligning their inner energy, ki, to a specific elements or universal forces. Kiho can be used in intrigues, duels, skirmishes, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's just, like, aligning yourself properly with, like, the elements in a epistemological sense. So I was kind of...
Are Kiho themselves particularly associated with Shinsei?
Ooh, that... I think Shinsei was a monk, yes. I believe, like, a lot of the monastic orders that would, like... Maybe in, like, through the grapevine, they're kind of associated with Shinsei, because a lot of the Shinseist monks would go on to become people who, like, made Kiho. I believe that's, like, the history.
Alright. I'll tell him that the teachings of Shinsei echo throughout history, and those so attuned can do fantastic things.
He kind of scratches his chin for a little bit and says, "Can you teach me?"
Hypothetically, if you devote a great many years of study.
Years, huh? Did I give him character art? I think I did. Yeah, there he is. Okami Yoroji. There he is. That's him. Ta-da! His character art, finally.
Oh, nice.
I don't know, like how long, let's see, how much time spent would a monk spend, like, in the order before actually obtaining their first monk level, as it were?
Ooh, that's the first monk level. That would probably, like, differ from people to people, from person to person, I suppose.
Person.
Like, it would be, like, a lot of the time monks will, like, abandon an already existing post to go to another post, so, like, maybe there's a lot of, like, young people at the order, maybe there's, like, a couple of, like, old people who are just kind of, like, chilling around.
I'll tell him that it will take at least as long as it took him to fight with a sword.
He, like...
Or to learn to fight with a sword.
He takes his sword off of his, like, not off his hilt, but, like, off his hip, and he, like, kind of, like, takes a look at it for a little bit and says, I mean, I have a lot of time. He shrugs. I'd like to start now.
A long time ago, I was, well, not like you, but I was unordained like you. And a monk of, I haven't decided his fucking name yet.
I think it was Inshin.
Inshin, sure.
Yeah.
Visited me in Crane Lands, and I too offered myself as his disciple. I will teach you, if that is what you want.
I'd really like that, as a matter of fact,
But
yes.
Be warned, the path is not easy. And
No.
I guess we'll go over some, like, very basic kata. Or
Okay.
quote-unquote kata, because kata are mechanically very different
from Kiho. Probably, like, it would probably be, like, meditation techniques and just, like, actually aligning yourself, like, your spiritual energy.
What is this guy's general, what are this guy's ring scores, approximately?
Okay.
Like, I just want to know, like, if his high rings vaguely align with any of Togashi's high rings.
His air 3, earth 3, fire 3, water 2, void 2.
Okay, so they
share high
align
earth?
They share high earth and high fire.
Okay.
Right now they're both sitting at earth 3 and fire 3, so basically all of the Kiho that Togashi knows are in one of his eye rings.
Oh, that's good. That's cool. All right. He like sits down and like stares at you intently, making eye contact. Says, "All right, where do we start?"
Probably just start with like no particular. Togashi being a monk will begin with the void approach, which may or may not function on this man, but it is what makes sense. And then we'll sit down, and he will attempt to get him to I don't know, embrace his inner void, to set free themselves from the material world, just straight up meditation practice.
He kind of sits there for a second, and you can tell he's like very visibly like tense. He crosses his legs and just kind of deep breaths. Very slowly tries to unwind and like let the world kind of slip around him. And he's gonna make a void Wait, hold on. Meditation scholar, right? Or is it martial?
Meditation is martial.
Meditation is martial.
That's right. Oh,
Which I love.
He's actually kind of better at this than I may have realized.
Oh! Wait. Can he have trained assistants?
Sure. So one more white die. Okay. Pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Okay. So he picks up all the whites.
Wait, roll that explosive.
Yeah, we're gonna roll the explosive. Ooh, he's got an op. Lower the next check if it uses X-ring, so-and-so. Let's go with Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one op. Yeah, that's one op. Okay. You observe him for, I don't know, you kind of lose track of time. You're pretty good at that. Just kind of like yourself, just kind of like letting slip your consciousness and just sort of focusing on the external and immaterial world around you. And time seems to pass kind of just like that. But you think he's kind of onto something. He's just sort of like sitting there. And you're all just kind of sitting there for probably however long it takes for this downtime to elapse. The sun's already kind of going down. There's like a chill breeze across the air. He's finally kind of awoken from his like trance by like a boat kind of like bumping into one another in an argument, escalating on the riverside, and it kind of like disrupts focus. And he says, "Oh, what?" He sort of like looks around. And he like looks at his hands, and he looks back to you, and then he looks at the water and says, "Did I do it right?"
You may have potential. We will continue this tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow? Yeah, sure thing. Togashi sensei, like, sits up and he gives a very like straight sensei to student to sensei bow.
We'll give a straight sensei to student bow, whatever that may look like.
You know, it looks like a bow. I don't know. Okay, Narco, real quick, I want you to mark something for you.
Mm-hmm.
You have a new advantage. Ally, Okami Ryoji.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. I probably should have given that to you, like, a couple sessions ago,
Yeah.
but, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. Koga, your turn. Your turn on the chopping block. So you've been given, like, about a day's, and it's like a day and a half's worth of, it's the 10th of Shinjo. No, it's the 11th of Shinjo now. Okay. You've been given, like, enough time to think on Sane's proposal of you going, like, deep undercover and, like, openly dishonoring yourself in order to further your ends.
Yes.
What's your answer?
I have an idea, but Akira doesn't know about this. Should I share with the class?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm open.
Koga's a bachelor, right?
That's
Yes.
true?
Oh boy.
Well, we
Oh,
go
this
on
is
a
such a
waifu
fantastic
hunt
plan.
we go on a waifu hunt to find Koga.
I knew the perfect choice.
And it's-
Oh Lord.
And the doji never marry into other families. Other families always marry into the doji, except the Imperial House. So it would not be strange if Koga was married to some doji chick we find lying around, and he's Crane now, totally under.
Huh.
But Akira doesn't know about this, so
Fuck. That's also pretty fucking smart. I will allow you to, I don't know, like, metagaming like this is fine. I will allow Koga to have, like, a flash of inspiration or something to, like, that
I was gonna
effect.
say, I think Sane is smart enough to figure that out too.
Yeah.
I am famously lucky, and luckily enough,
That's true, he is famously
You,
lucky.
you hear a faint voice coming from.
Koga, you fucking idiot!
I can't believe my comrade Akira is dead.
See, the problem, there is one problem with him marrying a Doji family. He can only get so close to the crane as the mantis as a crane.
Can we tie my game together? Because canonically in my game, Bayushi Koga did in fact marry a doji.
Well, I guess we can't go back now, so we gotta.
We
we can't go back now.
Well, I guess we could marry him to a mantis. That would be a little. See, the way it works is,
if we wanted to do Mantis, I mean, there is actually like there's a woman in the Mantis who I've had several encounters with.
I was gonna say the problem is by
Marrying into a
default.
minor clan.
Yeah, by default, lower status person joins higher status person's family, and the doji are at the top of the status hierarchy within the buke class, although they will still join kuge families. So. Yeah, I think the only two families that are higher up on the status hierarchy are Doji and Akado.
Yeah.
So than Bayushi. Scorpion have 35 status, don't
Yeah,
they?
they're pretty significant. Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
35 status. I'm looking at it right now. It's on the stream. Kyo's got 25 status.
Yeah,
Okay.
is the Scorpion, like the hierarchy is Crane at the top, Scorpion and Lion, and then the other four great clans, and then all the minor clans.
Canonically, in my game, Bayushi Koga married Doji
Ayame?
Ayako.
Ayako. Great. Just fucking great. I mean, like, we can't go back
It doesn't
now.
have to. It doesn't have to go, but
Doesn't
it
have
would
to-
be amusing if that,
Ooh,
was a thing.
that... I will leave it to your discretion with how to proceed with this information. Like, there's a lot... Like, I'm putting the ball in your court right now, Koga. Like, that's the whole reason I'm, like, asking for your consent for this whole mission entirely.
Oh no, I understand. Definitely like this plan better, and I'm definitely gonna pitch it to Sonic. A means Koga gets married, so there we go. B, I don't lose literally all of my honor.
Well, you would probably still lose honor, but gain status.
Well, I might lose some honor, but I would gain some status, and then on top of that, I guarantee you I will not lose 6x, then double.
It's 3x then double.
It's 3x.
Oh, sorry.
It's still a brutal amount of glory to lose.
It's really, really bad, yeah. She, like...
Can't go being disloyal in the screen. You will lose everything.
Alright. So, Sane, when you pitch this to her, is, like, kind of just, like, sitting there doing her makeup or something, and she, like, full stops to look at you through the mirror, and then turns to you and says, "Where the fuck did you cook up that idea?"
And you see, I heard this little voice.
A little
It sounded
birdie told him.
suspiciously like, yeah, like a
It's the
kingfisher.
funniest idea. I was chilling in an opium den. The hallucinations started to kick in from my psychosis.
Actually, that's a pretty reasonable explanation.
I can't go revealing that he was in a fucking opium den.
She, like... She's just absolutely
Guys.
blindsided by...
I have to interrupt this
Alright.
to share something.
Let's spit it out.
Apparently, Monday, when Pope Francis visited Japan, he received a coat that had an anime-style drawing of himself, and he wore it around.
Oh!
Fun fact, the Papal States were the only, state-like object that recognized the legitimacy of the Confederation.
That's kind of funny, actually.
The Pope does, in fact, have the power of God and anime on his side.
Thank you, Pope Francis. Very cool.
I've shared this in general events.
Huh. That's pretty spicy. He just fucking wore it around. We out there.
What a Chad,
That's a pretty Chad move.
Like, what a hero.
What an actual certifiable Chad. Okay. Alright. So yeah, Sane's looking at you like you have absolutely blindsided this woman. She's just staring at you like, where the fuck did you cook up that idea, Koga?
Oh yeah, no, Opium did.
Okay. I think the actual explanation is you spent a void point to just, like, completely break the metagame here.
Sounds good. I can't use void points for fucking anything else. This will be the first time in this entire game I've spent a void.
Okay, that's fair. I think for future reference, things like that, like flashes of inspiration from, like...
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
spend a void point to metagame.
That was my idea.
Yeah.
I will suffer this.
Oh,
Knights
Wait,
of metagame assemble.
So hold on, Koga or not Koga? Akira's sacrificing the void
Oh,
point.
it was yeah. So it was my idea.
Okay, I'll allow that. I'll allow one or more. Okay, so for future reference, I will allow one party involved in an exchange like this to spend one void point to metagame as like a flash of inspiration or something. I think that's within my reason. I think that's totally reasonable.
Yeah. No, that's also like one of the suggested ways to use void points. So.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, there you have it, Koga. You have you just had this like fucking flash of inspiration, completely blindsiding Sane, and she says, I don't even know what to say. That's the smartest thing that's ever come out of your mouth.
That I believe.
This might actually work. What exactly is your plan? You plan to get to the Mantis by going through the crane, yes? You're going to keep an eye on them?
Well, we could go through the crane, though there are, of course, potential options for just marrying into the Mantis.
That's also true. I mean...
And if we do the Mantis, there may be someone available. Perhaps the quickest route.
Who?
Oh god, Spider, what's her fucking...
Yeah.
Hosako! Oh, let's go. Okay, it's one of the fucking clans. Okay.
Unagi Hosako.
Yeah, there
I mean,
are
not in the game.
There are two drills in the Mantis. So.
God has game marriage.
And we do have a doji on hand.
I hate all of this.
Oh my god, though. What? It would be pretty damn good. Akira can be the top. Will that make you happy?
Big fucking
That
brain.
game marriage?
The big brain play.
No, this is pod racing.
Fellas? Alright. Alright.
Fellas, is it gay if you engage in a political marriage?
I'll allow it. I will allow this. I will allow this.
I don't think Akira wants to marry an opium fiend.
Rokugan says gay rights!
See, it makes sense, but I think Akira would personally object to, oh god, this guy.
This is a great plan. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Sane takes Koga and just, like, escorts him, like, grabs him by the shoulder and, like, takes him to wherever the fuck Doji Akira is and says, Akira-kun, I think I have a lovely idea. And then just gives you the spiel.
Which spiel? Is it marry Akira, or is it marry Koga to some doji somewhere?
Marry Akira.
Akira makes a face.
Sane sighs deeply and then pulls out a Koku.
What kind of cheap whore do you think I am?
You say that in character?
Yes, Akira will actually say that in character.
It's not a... No, Akira-san, it's a dowry.
You have dishonored yourself.
It is a dowry, Akira-san. I will continue to install the dowry in several payments, if that's what it takes. But I happen to think this is one of the best ideas we could probably manage.
Am I getting a rich husband? Can he buy me a hand?
My
God, we need to marry him to a fucking Caillou so we can just get him his hand. Oh yeah, legal loophole. Perfect. Well, you see, we're not actually married.
Give me 5 seconds here.
Because I signed it with my left hand.
It's actually, you aren't married because that would be pretty gay. And you're not
Pretty
gay.
fucking gay.
Are you sure we couldn't interest? Does Koga even like me? Does Koga even like me? Do I even like Koga?
I don't think you've even... I think actually yesterday may have been like the first time your character...
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think we've had...
Boys are back in town, so...
Okay, quick question. Koga, does Koga like Akira?
Does Koga like men?
Yeah, does Koga like men? Is he like categorically disinterested in men?
I mean,
I don't have men.
I guess I hadn't really considered the character's sexuality.
Yeah, I mean, fair. But
Could
like,
left to interpretation. I guess we could just throw it in
it's
there.
not gay if it's Bushido, dude. It's not gay if it's Bushido.
Maybe he's just bi. We'll just go with
Only
a
gay if your
blanket
sword's
bisexual.
He's a... Oh, Koga, are you telling me you're a Bayushi?
God fucking damn it.
Oh my god, I'm beginning to regret my life decisions.
Okay, I think so Akira will say, well, Sane-san, my good friend, we will have to talk to my boss and also draft the specifics of this dowry pay.
This is true.
I'm sorry, are you fucking doing it?
Hey,
Am I about
if
to
I can
marry
get- if
Akira?
I can get 3 or more Koku a season for this for a while, I will say it's worth it. I mean, that comes up to... Think of how much money that is. That comes up to 12 Koku a year.
I'm not gay, but 12 Koku is 12 Koku.
There are alternatives, Sane says. This was merely a suggestion. If there is a bachelorette within the doji, I mean, he would be more than happy to marry.
We will look for suitable bachelors and or bachelorettes if Koga gives confirmation that he is bi. We will expand the search. Oh, I know. We could marry him to Doji Tokahite.
This is supposed to be a serious political drama, and you fucking people.
Okay.
Now, wait,
No, this is
While
serious
political
politics.
marriages are an important part of political drama.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
this
that's
is
fair.
this is serious politics. It's just humorous,
All right.
serious
So
politics.
you put forward Doji Tokahide.
We will suggest it, and we will say, but we can go through with this if the dowry is large enough.
Well, the dowry is quite suitable, I'm certain. The real problem would be Doji Tokahide, I think. Maybe a bit out of Koga's league. I'm not...
Am I in Koga's league?
What I mean
guys.
to say is...
How high is Soche Sane's air? She's been insulting Akira fairly regularly.
Her status is,
No, her air ring.
Oh, her air ring! Her status... Okay,
She's
her,
like insulting Akira constantly.
her air ring is 4. She's been putting it, like, really, like, flowery and delicately. It's like...
I see, yes,
she says
of course.
Tokihide-san most likely has some, outstanding future commitments to the Crane clan. I think
suppose that's possible.
Koga would be not suitable.
Right.
Marrying a mantis is also a choice. Maybe Koga just knows some like desperate mantis ladies.
He might.
Well, we know we know there are two grills in the mantis. I don't know if they're married.
The mantis has exactly 2 grills.
In all the mantis. Actually,
Well, you know, like named character.
Mhm.
the current clan champion is a woman, but like
She married?
Does she be shopping?
she's old.
Oh.
Yeah. Here, let me like put her on screen.
We
if I
will haggle over the dowry, and also talk to. You know what? Akira is going to go to Unagi Kyo and ask Kyo if there are any eligible bachelorettes in the mantis, and then also
can. That's the clan champion.
yes, the picture of beauty herself.
I mean, do I know of anyone?
Your adopted sister, Unagi. Unagi
Yeah, I
Masa.
don't think I'm not good. I don't think Kyo would suggest her.
What
Does
is
he
what?
know of
That's
anyone
fair.
else?
Not-
Someone he likes a lot less.
Let's say Unagi Kyo does know like a woman at this point who like of some status within the mantis who like.
Hold on, I want
maybe-
to see how much dowry I can get out of this.
I mean, but Koga's definitely suggesting
Okay.
Okay, but Kyo is not.
that's fine. It doesn't involve Kyo.
Akira has asked him.
Akira has gone to Kyo and asked if there are any eligible women, and
Eligible
Kyo has not
whammons.
mentioned Hosoko.
Oh my fucking god, this is the most harebrained fucking scheme
Brilliant.
possible. I love
we
it.
will. Okay, we will. Okay, how about we just ask Bayushi Koga who he wants to meet?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Again, Hosoka.
Sane's just kind of like, well, all right, if you think you can pull it off. She is a bachelorette, yes? I mean, we might need to do some dirty work to actually confirm it.
Well,
That's suspicious.
don't mind if I.
Political assassination.
No, that's not what she implied. Or not what she meant to imply. That's just how fucking Scorpions
Just
talk.
we'll just kill her husband. We'll confirm that she's
I'll
a.
confirm that she's a widow.
I would definitely.
She's a bachelorette. I checked.
I was about to say that.
With a knife 37 times in the chest.
Look, she did not say or intend to imply that. That's just how Scorpion talk. Literally everything that comes out of their mouth is like a double entendre pertaining to political assassination.
You see, it's just extreme method acting.
Exactly. You walk into fucking Scorpion Lands and you'll just hear two samurai talking about how they're gonna go impale the Emperor later, and they actually mean they're just gonna get some fucking corn dogs.
Corn doesn't
You
exist in this
say-
setting. Shut up.
Rice dogs.
Christ.
Dogs don't exist in this setting. Shut up.
Wait. The correct answer is nobody eats meat in this setting, but I guess the
Yeah.
unicorn.
No one eats like
rice-
red meat.
Wait, no. The unicorn have millet dogs, and millet tastes like basically just like corn. So
Oh boy, fried
This is
unicorn
an
millet dogs.
So what are we doing?
What is
Okay.
what is the fucking
So-
plan here?
What's the what's the
Akira's
fucking
willing
plan?
to go through with this if
Simple,
you
sis.
can haggle higher and higher dowry rate.
Okay, Sane puts forward 2 koku. Let me actually like grind out the math here.
2 koku a month.
She's like kind of like doing the math in her head. She's like, a month? Akira-san, that would drain us dry within the years out. You do want your dowry, don't you?
1 koku a month and a 5 koku upfront payment.
Way to make yourself too expensive to marry, Akira. God, won't you do it for love?
She puts.
Do it for her.
4
Unless
koku
there's a more suitable mantis person you can.
4 koku up front.
I am willing to go through with this for Koku a month and for Koga has suggested Unagi Hosoka, but I do not know if Unagi Kyo would be, or their family would be willing. Which reminds me, I suppose Akira would have to like get assent from his for marriage as well.
Yeah.
They say yes. I don't know who's in charge of the Unagi people. So Koga would have to go confirm that himself. I guess while Akira and Sane are
Yeah, that's true.
they may be at it for a little while.
A little... Just haggling the bride price.
Like, how much...
How much are you
money am
willing
I
to bottom?
Yeah. Okay. If Koga wants to go see how much he can do with Unagi Hosoka, that's
Yeah.
fine.
All right. so
Otherwise, Akira will go through with this.
all right, yeah, let's hear from Hosoka and like what Kyo wants to do, or Koga wants to do. Actually, hold on.
What I want to do? I want to check this bitch.
Actually, hold on real quick. Why don't we take a quick intermission here, because we've been at this almost 2 hours. My throat's getting a little sore. I need to get some
Cool.
water and such. Okay, so we're gonna have a brief intermission. Be back in like 10 minutes.
Did you-
The gameplay... Oh, that's wrong. There we go. RPG streams. There we go. All right. So, what was everyone's plan before the break? That took like a little while. That was like 20 minutes or so.
Well, if we're going through with this, Akira can use treaty signing again.
Again. No, that's once per session, isn't it?
It's once per game session, bro. You already your treaty's on
God damn it.
cooldown.
Yeah. Can't get gay married again until tomorrow. Fine, babe.
Wait.
Fine, babe. All right. Stop. I'm never doing that. Stop. All right. So I think it was Unagi Hosoka that Gloomy was going to like check out Unagi Hosoka, I believe.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so you don't have any trouble finding her. She's where she usually was at her post in the Mantis Fleet. Is there anything in particular you want to say to her?
Before we actually begin this conversation, how does the proposition of marriage go in Roku? Like, is this just something that's like a business transaction, or something like in modern times where you would work up to it, like, you know, slowly?
There would usually be some aspect of courtship, only to ensure like a smooth transition. Sometimes, there's like an entire school dedicated to like finding the right match for people. The Shika Matchmaker School. So, a lot of people will like pay top dollar to have them like make their matches properly for them.
Okay, so in terms of courtship, does that mean people would do things like go on like, or more like we would hang out in the courtyard when no one's looking and
like make out? Is that what you're insinuating?
Oh, no,
no?
There's only one courtyard.
Okay, so how would it probably would be a little more business-like. No, it kind of, I guess it kind of depends. Let's see here. I also gotta.
Apocalyptic
No,
kill a dog with smoke, stop music, seriously.
God damn it.
Okay, please play my weird experimental Osamu Katakujima. Please work. It's not playing. Bot is currently okay.
I bet you my music is more experimental than yours.
Okay. Oh, thank fuck. I was about to freak the fuck out. All right. So it's not always like a business transaction. You do sometimes marry for love, but like, particularly when it regards to like the politics of it, it's kind of very businessy. It's like, this would benefit the both of us, so we should be married to seal the deal.
Can I give her Can I try to construct and give her like an origami crane or?
You could always, but like you would have to reroll 2 die. That does take 2 hands.
Oh my god, you're right.
You know what? If you pull it off, imagine how impressive that'll be. That.
Yeah, we are. I mean, like, I'm not gonna do it in front of her. So, I mean, what's the worst that could really happen here? Would that be aesthetics or
I think that
design?
Designs were close, so I think it would be aesthetics. So like air aesthetics, maybe fire aesthetics.
What is this for?
This is for making an origami thing, and you need to
I
reroll.
think
No,
No,
you need to reroll.
origami is design.
Oh, it
because
is?
it's because it's specifically called out in Preserver. No, maybe it isn't.
Preserver is composition.
well, either way,
Preserver
the roll wouldn't change. It would still be 3 rolls.
Okay, you need to
Oh
reroll.
no, Preserver is any artisan skill. That's
Gloomy. You need to
But
reroll
yeah,
2 of those
and,
die because
you got me.
I know. So just any 2.
Any 2, yeah.
Okay, I'll reroll the black and another black. I'll reroll the last 2. Okay.
You need to pick those up.
Now I'll reroll the.
Now you roll the explosives.
okay. Design is like,
That's still 2
aesthetics is
successes.
like high art, and design is like material culture. Design also includes like jewelry and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Despite your handicap, I guess you do succeed. You do succeed in creating.
No, we made it despite your direction.
Despite your directions, you do succeed in making a dinky little looking paper crane. It's like, I guess it would be a little more impressive considering that she knows you have one hand.
Tell her you folded it with your tongue.
Don't tell her that.
Actually, that
You
sounds
tell
like
her
a
that,
brilliant idea to
Gloomy,
me.
you tell her that, session fucking over. No one gets to know.
Courtship over. Now you gotta marry out.
All right.
See, we have a distinct fail-state that doesn't bring the plot to a screeching halt.
All right, Koga.
Wait, can he spend those? Does he have enough ops to be able to spend them on the romance op table?
That's right, there is a romance op table. I fucking forgot. Thanks for reminding me. There's just a romance op table. Of fucking course there is.
Oh, here we go.
The conversation turns from a mutual friend or acquaintance name of characters. That was an error roll, I think.
It could be air or fire. The roll would remain the same.
So I called for air, so let's go for air.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Gozen.
Do you actually have enough ops for that? Because that is 2 ops.
I do have 2 ops, exactly, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Tell me. Okay, so you find. First things first. What do you actually approach Hosoka with? What do you say to her?
We begin the conversation. I'm gonna walk up to her. And be like, it's nice to see you again. And I've made you a gift.
She's like kind of in the middle of like thumbing through like probably some like bookkeeping scrolls, just like ledgers and stuff, like keeping ships. She looks up and says, "Oh, Koga, did you make this?" She like grabs it and like,
I did, and without explaining further, just give her one wink.
She's like a little baffled suddenly. It's just like I'm impressed to say the least, considering your she looks over her hand, your handicap. Is there she kind of like blushes a little bit. Impressed. She like places the crane down gently in like a secure location and says, "Well, you suppose you have my attention now. Is there anything you wanted to discuss? Anything you wanted to talk about?"
We'll just I was. What is the head of the Mantis clan?
The head of the Mantis clan is fuck. I just had it.
I hate these names.
Yorimizu no Arasho. Yorimizu. Just say Yorimizu. Yorimizu-san.
Yorimizu. I was approached Yorimizu-san.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
That's Yorihiko.
Yorihiko is the person you would be talking about. Yorimizu is someone else.
Okay. So I've met with Yorihiko-san a couple times in the city. There's always a character I feel like I've never heard much about, but always seems to be present. This a Gozen character?
Gozen.
Seems rather interesting.
She kind of like nods her head back and forth. I don't know if I really know what to think about Gozen. He's been around for like 5-6 years, maybe. He just kind of... No one really knows where he came from. I'm sure there's somebody who knows, but not me. Probably back in Mantis lands. He just kind of shrugs her hands. Just showed up one day. I don't really know what to make of him.
Can I still learn that free advantage or disadvantage on Go?
Let me look at his character sheet real quick.
I already know one of them. I can't pick up what it is. But we learned it either the last session or the session before.
There's something... I don't know. Making eye contact with him is... just gives me the shakes. I don't know. He's kind of got an intimidating countenance, despite the fact that he's, like, a little smaller than me. And,
I get that.
He has dead eyes advantage.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Oh, God.
Oh, that was not to us.
Let me write that.
He has dead eyes advantage. It's not quite the soundtrack I had in mind, but it's fine. I like Osamu.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, I get that. Rather unimposing figure until you really pay attention to him. Then he's a little off-putting.
He's more than just a little off-putting. He's... I don't know. I don't want to talk about him behind his back. I'm sure he's nice once you get to know him.
Oh, I'm sure. But, to be honest with you, this is not necessarily the true reason I've come.
Oh, huh. Couldn't imagine. Why? He's not really a subject you'd want to just casually bring up in conversation, I guess. What did you need?
I must say, are there any, like, do you do any roles to romance someone? Is that a thing?
I mean, you can.
Theoretically, yes. Something like courtesy water to, like, get comfortable with them or have them get comfortable with you and open up, maybe? And then there's, like, courtesy fire to, like, arouse the passions.
I was really looking forward for that for Koku, though.
Okay, we're gonna save that courtesy fire for a later date.
Alright, courtesy fire would probably be something saucy.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't. Oh my god, this is absolutely not how I wanted the session to play out. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just die.
I especially like that we've got like a little more upbeat, a little more poppy kind of feeling music going right now for this romance. I'm gonna say, you know, I've always been charmed and always felt connection to you ever since you took me to that doctor's office. You know, when I was bleeding from my stomach.
Forgot I was. This is.
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. I'm listening.
She, like, kind of turns to you and is like a little like flushed in her face. Is like, oh, it really wasn't. It's nothing, really, Koga-san. It's just old news at this point. It's been more than a month. I'd like to think it was just a favor. It's just like a little on the spot currently.
Of course.
A connection. I'm not certain I follow.
A moment here.
I feel like I hate because I feel like I'm playing one of those like dating sim visual novel games because of this music.
Oh god! It's not okay.
So, well, I mean, I understand it is, I suppose, but I suppose I'm making my.
Did you make that courtesy fire roll actually?
Oh no, but I can.
Yeah, you should
Let me
do
do
that. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm surprised he actually has like any courtesy at all.
Yeah, I took it for social situation.
Okay. Okay, yeah, select your dice.
Okay. We'll just take the. What is the TN, by the way?
The TN is equal to her vigilance, which I won't tell you.
Okay. Oof.
I was about to fucking reveal it on stream, and then I remembered, like, what tab I had open.
So I can roll like 3 out of these 5 dice, right?
Yeah.
We'll just take straight the last.
Didn't you have explosive in there? It was like... Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that was straight
yeah.
point. Okay.
Okay.
Let me actually, like, check real quick. She, yeah, you succeed. You can tell she's like a little flushed. Her cheeks turn a little red. It's like, you don't have to put me on the spot like this, Koga-san.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The worst part is the bass is getting heavier.
Please. Can we get a wah-wah pedal?
No, no. If you want one, go buy me one. I think I actually did have a wah-wah pedal when I played guitar. Anyways, what's with all the pomp and circumstance? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh. I suppose I have a proposition for you. One that might not necessarily be answered just yet.
Well, alright, let's hear
It
it.
is. I would like to... I'm not actually sure how I would word this. Hold on a second here. Someone...
Oh?
Oh? Hello?
Rip.
That's the murderer.
Oh, no. Oh, he's dead, isn't he?
So what would be the way to phrase this in this culture?
How would Koga put it? The actual...
Probably bluntly.
Say it bluntly. Like, the actual, like... Kinda... Like, the actual nuance of it would probably just, like... Is probably just, like, lost between clans.
Okay, fair enough. I'd like to ask for your hand in marriage.
Audible beat.
The Toffle's like majestic wine. It was angelic. You have almost reached Rich Evans.
Rich Evans levels, I was about to say. She's just like full stops and says, her mouth's like kind of agape.
Koga stands, smiling smug.
What? This is so sudden. To what ends?
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. Koga-san, to what ends?
Isn't it like, why?
Yeah, to what ends? Why? What's brought this
Will
on?
you marry me? Why?
Why?
Well, you're a rather suitable choice for several reasons.
What? Which ones?
We will,
Because if you say no, I have to marry Akira.
we'll compliment on her beauty, as well as her family history and pro.
All right, that's definitely.
Oh, and also just she saved me, and I feel.
That's definitely okay. Courtesy fire. Ooh. Excuse me.
Well, I think you know which 3 I'm taking.
Yes, I do. The op and no, I'm kidding. Well, you can definitely tell
taking the
she's
blinked eye and flipping the check.
she's like she like puts down her scrolls a little bit and kind of like turns to face you now, gives you her full attention, and she's like, Koga-san, this is so sudden. I'm a little blindsided. Is all. I don't mean to laugh at you like this.
Right.
I am unwed, if you were concerned about that.
I think I
She's like,
moderately.
she like gives some thought a little bit, and she kind of like mulls it over a little bit and says, I'm gonna need to think on this.
Of course, take all the time you need.
Of course, all the time I need. All the time. I really, Sorry, I need to... Whew, it's hot in here. I need to get back to work. I'm sorry.
You're good. I'll take my leave. I hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah, you too. Alright.
Toodle.
Back at the fucking ranch, Sane and Akira are, like, still haggling over, like, dowry or whatever.
All right.
Oh, you're right there.
For Koku up front, Anna wants you to pay the wedding expense.
The wedding? Are you for real? Akira-san, do you... Alright, first of all, where would you even have the wedding right now? If it's in Kyuden Doji, the real estate is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know.
It's just right here. We're not going to go all the way to Kyuden Doji. We could have it in Kyuden Tombo.
I don't want to have it in... Well, Oh, Koga, you're back. How'd it go?
Sane, like the like cranky stepmother.
Yes. Koga, how'd it go?
Is this a filler episode?
It wasn't supposed to be.
I don't know about the rest of you. Rumi got stuff done.
Yeah, you guys fucking losers.
Oh god,
I've not
maybe this is a filler episode.
In
Rumi
the last
got
two
fucking
sessions,
training arc.
I've not made a single roll.
For Koku, and you don't get to invite your stupid stepmother.
All right, so Koga has returned to the palace. I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Koga's returned to the palace. What does he report? What findings does he report?
I think my skills in seduction are greater than we expect.
You've got it fucking cake.
Akira rubs his tip.
Well, I suppose all that's left to wait for now is a reply from Tosako, I suppose. She may need to go through the proper channels, but she kind of shrugs.
Who's in the room right now?
I probably just Ake and Akira.
Yeah, I think it's just Sane and Akira.
Okay. It may help if we can bring Kyo on board.
Good fucking luck.
Isn't supposed to be a fucking filler episode.
I mean, after all, he is your brother.
Whose brother?
Of course, I've only recently realized it.
She's, yeah, alright. She kind of like,
Right, dude.
I don't know if Kyo is, interested in any sort of matrimony.
Exactly why he may be the person to talk.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, the fact. Wait, what did she say? Maybe I heard her wrong.
Kyo didn't seem interested in, when I put forward the idea.
Oh, I forgot that she's actually already gone and talked to Kyo.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I mean, it would be Sane's choice. Or Sane. It would be Hosoko's choice.
We assassinate Kyo.
Session's over. No. Okay. So the die is cast on that front. Do you have any, like, other things you would want to do with this specific downtime?
I'm gonna go provoke somebody in a bar and knock some strife.
Alright, does anyone have any other ideas? Any other things I'd like to do in this downtime? I think it's...
Can we try for that message?
Oh, the letter
One?
again.
Yeah, that's totally possible.
I think.
Can I provide assistance? in
Yeah,
this?
totally. Sane can also provide assistance if you ask her. This is like, she's kind of...
It's true. She's now
yeah,
kind
she
of
did
part of
owe
it.
us. Yeah, she does owe us that. Okay, so I will do this with 2 assistances. That seems fine. That seems fine. I say.
That seems fine.
Who's one unskilled and one skilled?
Yes.
Okay, I can keep 5 dice, so I guess I will keep the 5 dice with things on them. We will
Now roll your
our
explosive.
And we will keep that too.
Okay.
That's better.
That's
That's
sort of
okay.
roll. Question: what are the contents of this letter exactly? Just like give me a TLDR.
Yeah, it was like requesting that the mantis take the tortoise's place at the Winter Court with Kyo as their representative, given the tortoise dishonor and the fact that both our duels were proved our correctness.
Okay. You would know by this point the Emperor has probably already reached Kyuden Doji, or not Kyuden Doji, Kyuden Tombo, so the response time should be pretty prompt. It would be cutting it close before the Winter Court, but it should be doable if you send a rider out. Now, during this time, okay, so we are going to continue to have a downtime. It is the 11th of...
I would hold on. I have 3 opportunities to spend.
Yeah, spend your opportunities first before I continue.
I'm going to say I'm going to use the ones from negotiation, the 2-op spin from negotiation, and I'm also going to add the resplendent quality to this. So there's that. The 2-op spin from negotiation, which is at minimum they have to give us a minor concession, and I would like to have Unagi Kyo gets a specific invite, even if the whole Mantis delegation isn't invited.
Done. Oh, where you put that in the letter. Okay, that sounds good.
That is going to be my 2-op spin.
Good op spend. Good op spend. All right. So you have 5 days remaining till the Winter Court. You have how is this handled exactly? It's not 5 different downtime activities, is it? You
basically. Are we still downtiming?
It would still be downtiming, yes. Yeah. What's
Katsumi is going to continue his training of his Ronin dude.
Okay. Do you have any specifics of what you want to do?
Yes. This time, they will once again begin with an exercise and meditation. But instead of simply only meditating, the idea is that once one has successfully entered a meditative state of mind, Katsumi is going to get up and begin performing some basic Earth kata kihoi thing.
Okay.
And the idea that first you clear your mind and then you perform the exercises.
Okay. All right.
Whoa!
That's pretty nice. He's gonna pick up op, and then op strife. He's gonna pick up the 1 strife there. Let's see here. What can he spend as a downtime activity? And void. Social. Ooh. This is technically a martial skill, so I don't actually know. Have a brief premonition. All right. As he is meditating, he seems to kind of lose focus a little bit. He seems to it's almost like someone tossing and turning in a dream. There's a look of consternation on his face, he can't quite reach what he's trying to look for or trying to achieve. He's just sort of sitting there deeply in a trance. He's almost like a rock. He kind of opens his eyes. He just thinks for a little bit and says, do you think I can do this?
Can and will are 2 different things. You most certainly have the capability. Whether or not you do is entirely up to you.
I want to keep going forward. I do. I'm just... No, it's nothing. Please. I'm sorry, I've interrupted you. Please continue.
Spooked. Alright, we're gonna get up and begin, showing him, the most basic of Earth Ring-based movements. That lead up to, an actual technique.
Widen your stance. Wider!
Exactly.
Wider! Oh no, Tofflesby hasn't seen that. Oh no!
What is
I
that?
keep
Is that
forgetting.
Kung Fury?
That's Avatar, when Aang is first learning earthbending. Toph just yells at him to widen his stance all the time.
Wow. It's kind of rude.
Toph is best girl. Prove me wrong.
I
Bring
literally,
it.
literally physically cannot.
Bring
That's
it around
fucking
town.
Bring it around town.
Around town. Alright.
Right foot.
Yeah, I guess that would
Don't
be like
forget it.
I guess it would be like a martial arts unarmed check if you want to make him have a check for it.
Okay, martial arts unarmed. Alright. Okay, yeah, that sounds
in the
about
Earth Ring.
right. What was that? Earth Ring or Void?
Yeah, Earth.
Okay.
Because we are doing specifically Earth exercises. So like the idea is we begin. Wahoo!
Wahoo! Okay!
Well, he can minimize
Oh.
the fuck out.
There we go.
Okay.
Alright. He's gonna give himself assistance, so let's not check with that.
That's a lot of ops.
He's getting it quickly. You realize he's like, you wouldn't call him a prodigy or anything, but like his years of training have obviously like paid off in this respect.
He has discipline.
He has discipline, which is the important part. That's correct. How's that? He says, and kind of like sinks into his stance, like this wider.
Good, you progress quickly. At this rate, you may soon be kicking up small piles of dust.
He kind of narrows his vision a little bit and like starts trying to kick up dust a little bit like that. I mean, like, is this a Kehoe?
Am I doing it, Dad?
We're gonna say no, like this, and like with the lightest of taps of the tips of his toes upon the ground. Like I want like all of the dust in like a good like 2 range band radius to just kind of like in a puff from like the use of some Earth Kehoe. If you would like me to roll.
No, that's fine. This is fine. He kind of just like, ugh. That's impressive. How long did it take you to learn that?
Let's see. Out math. We're gonna say a solid. I don't know what's actually an appropriate time span for like learning to be a fucking monk.
That's a good question, actually. Some people take years, some people take months. You know.
It was a good 4 months before I first began to, or before my desires first began to manifest in the physical world as I moved.
Want to spar?
I hope you don't plan on using your sword.
No. Like this, and he like puts up his fists.
All right, we're gonna take like a combative stance and consent to a sparring match.
Okay, this will be no honor or glory stakes. This will just be like a quick duel.
All right.
Okay.
Is the stare down going to work exactly the same? I feel like one probably shouldn't like constantly accumulate stress during a sparring match.
It does work the same, actually. Like this
You
is
could
actually.
just do a skirmish.
We could go to a skirmish if you prefer.
Whichever, whatever you think is most mechanically
Well, I
appropriate.
would say like sparring duels specifically are like listed as one of the like types of duels.
All
like-
right. It just seems strange to me to like constantly accumulate large amounts of strife, but that's just my first thought.
Okay. All right. Roll meditation in whichever void stance you choose. I assume you're using like just unarmed, right?
Yeah, definitely just unarmed.
All right.
We will roll meditation in void. Get them off here.
Okay. You roll. I forgot.
There we
You
are.
roll those first. You re-roll all your stuff first,
I'm sorry, I re-roll all my stuff first?
or you continue your you pick up all your dice.
I have explosives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You like go through all of your process first. That's technically how it's supposed to work with whatchamacallit.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, so we're just gonna keep
Oh,
all of those.
it is good.
all 3 successes and both bonuses for a total of 5 successes.
Okay, what's your final initiative?
Our final initiative will then be it's just focus plus the roll.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 plus 1 off.
Okay.
Let me check those op spends really, really fast. I will reduce the TN of my next check. My next fire check by 1, I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Ryoji is going to roll those 2 white die. Okay, so his total is 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 6 focus is 9. All right. Just 1 shy. All right. Stare down. You both take 1 strife. All right. You ready to bet strife?
Yeah. Ready?
All right. I'm ready. 3,
Steady.
2, 1, go. Ooh. All right. High rollers here. Togashi maintains his initiative.
All right. In like a friendly duel, it doesn't actually make sense to use the like the really harmful Kiho, right?
No, you don't want to fucking like
Yeah.
murderize this guy.
We don't want to fucking murderize this guy.
Yeah.
That being said, we do have open hand style, which is fantastic. So we are just going to begin our begin an Earth stance
Okay.
and make a martial arts unarmed check. I will take, and it's TN1 because of my thing.
Cool.
So I will just take, let's see, how many ops does it take to do the thing with snaring? Oh god. My things are printed weirdly. Can someone actually tell me how many ops that costs? If you know. Otherwise, I'll just look at the. book
That's
really
1 up
quick.
plus
Yes,
for open hand style,
Yeah.
Okay, 1 op plus.
I believe.
All right. I will, in that case, resolve the attack to him and make him switch to void.
Okay. All right.
Open hand is 2. Let me check.
You open hand style? I'm pretty sure it's let me check here. Strike, Iron Mountain style, Lord Shiva's Valor, Soaring Slice. Open hand style.
It's 2 up plus.
Yes,
Yeah.
2 up plus. Okay.
2 ops plus. I cannot do that then.
Okay.
We'll just use my 1 off and a general off spend. And before that, though, it is just a 2 bonus successes attack
Okay.
with a snaring thing.
Let's say you're not
Snaring
wearing.
thing
What armor are you wearing right now?
Probably nothing.
Yeah, he's also wearing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 dudes sparring, totally
We're
acceptable.
just 2 dudes sparring, not gay.
What's the damage on unarmed profiles again? It's like 1 damage, 2 deadliness or something.
Depends on which profile you're using.
All right.
Let me see. What does the snaring property do
Snaring
again?
quality
Unless
is
them?
you can spend ops up equal to their vigilance to immobilize them.
Ops equal to their vigilance. Okay.
Okay. 2 damage. All right. Okay. So punch or kick.
So in that case,
Narco.
we're gonna kick him.
Okay.
Kick is higher damage, right?
Yeah. It's 2
Yeah.
damage. Damage 1 deadliness.
Mm-hmm. And then we will, I guess, reduce a crit severity by 1.
Okay. Okie doke.
This man is not critting me.
This man, yeah, he's not today. All right. He like barely just like manages to like cross guard and check your kick as he kind of like squares up into it. It's like, ugh. All right, I see how this is. And he strikes back with another one of his kicks. Ooh, all right. He's gonna pick up explosive, success, and then what is it? Explosive, success, op, and then op. He's gonna reroll the explosive. Oof, that's unfortunate.
Gonna fucking crit you.
He is actually going to crit you.
Can he? I'm in
Yeah,
Earth
he can. He has
stance.
2 ops.
I'm in Earth
Oh, that's true.
Oh, he is an
He's
Earth
3 ops because he's an Earth stance. Fuck. Oh, yeah.
He's gonna give himself assistance on his next check then. He's like kind of putting you on the defensive there. He's like on the back
And
foot.
take how much damage?
That's 2, so yeah, that was a punch, so 1 damage probably.
Alright.
Yeah, 1, that hit. No fatigue. Alright, stare down. You both take 2 strife. How much are you willing to bet? You ready?
Okay, ready.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright.
Oh, yo.
Alright, so that's 6. Okay. Yoji is gonna come out swinging. He's going to switch to fire stance and then like put you on the back foot. Ooh, yeah, and he's giving himself skilled assistance on this roll. Oh yeah.
Oh, baby.
All right, he's gonna take up success strife, success op, explosive, and success.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's reroll the white die. Ooh, he's gonna pick that up too. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6 successes. So that's like 6 damage right there.
Is that it was extra damage equal to bonus successes?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's extra damage equal to bonus successes. So 4, I think.
4 bonus successes plus was he using a kick or a punch?
Punch.
Okay, so that's 5 total damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
What's the matter? You're not tired, are you? He just kind of has like a smug grin on his face. He's not like fucking wailing on you, but like, you know, you're kind of on the back foot.
Alright, we're going to, we're gonna hop into Void Stance.
Okay.
Strategically getting to use Void Stance to avoid taking Strife is actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it is.
Uh-huh. This is now a battle of not letting him of him strifing out first. Because he bet that too, which is delicious, frankly.
Yeah.
Simply delicious.
Simply.
And we're just going to start like outright like laughing, not in like a derisive way, but just in a this is fun way.
Yeah. You're amused. Also, he's gonna spend that op. I forgot to mention he's gonna spend that 1 op to pip you for 2 strife.
Okay. Cool strife. And we're gonna just like suck, and we're using the punch profile.
Okay.
And give me that void roll.
Ooh!
Oh, oh.
Okay.
Making fat use of that void stance.
Seriously. So let's roll explosive.
Explosive.
And it's gonna be we're gonna take both ops to shuck him into void stance if we can, and then
You're just gonna crit him?
oh, I guess I can. What is the exact effect of critting someone? I've never done it before.
You apply your deadliness to inflict severity crit equal to like the final roll of that. So it's the deadliness plus successes. It's 2 options. you can make.
I thought it was just deadliness.
It's just deadliness.
Oh, it is. Okay, it's deadliness.
Unless it's a finishing blow.
Unless it's finishing blow. Yeah, my bad.
So you make them like roll against a amount of damage equal to your deadliness.
No, they take a crit with severity equal to your deadliness.
Which does other
Okay.
things. There's a crit severity table out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like at lower levels, it's just
what
like,
is the severity of a fist is just 1
It's
though.
just
isn't
one,
it?
Yeah,
no,
it's
yeah.
tiny.
Okay,
I'm
so
not even
you
sure it's worth critting them.
so it automatically damages their clothing.
yeah.
or armor. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would rather just force him into void stance. He has to stay there during his next turn, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'm just gonna force him into void stance, and his rolls are gonna suck.
Okay.
That's it?
Didn't he have
He has
another
he has 2 void. Oh, what was his other 2 actually?
You had fire,
It
earth, and
was-
water at 3. I
Yeah,
think.
fire, earth, and I think.
Open
water
hand
was
stance
mine.
doesn't force them to stay in it. You need to also use the something to immobilize them.
Ah. So we can't actually force him to stay. So we are actually just going to, I guess, crit him because it's amusing.
All right.
Is there anything better to do with the
Damage
void
is
off?
clothes, and if you both don't have clothes, you lightly wound.
Yeah, you just lightly wound each other. Is he lightly wounded in that case? Lightly wounded on one of
I mean, if you aren't in clothes, then yes, he's
Okay.
lightly.
We're in clothes. We're just not in armor.
Yeah.
Well, clothes have damage resistance, so you
Alright,
do
so-
damage his clothes.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, in that case, we should both be down 1 fatigue if clothes have damage resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
fair.
1 damage resistance.
1 damage resistance. Okay, you get him square on the shoulder and it's like it's like a
you
big
like
wet.
rip his clothes open.
We punch a hole in his
You
clothes.
just punch a hole in his clothes. You feel him
Oops.
go like damn. All right. All right. Top of the turn order here. It's 3 strife, so he pops because of that 3 strife.
Okay.
So you immediately get a critical strike, double
Fucking
severity.
kill him.
He might.
We're going to choose
Fucking kill
not to
him.
take that and just like signify that we can stop now.
Okay. All right.
I was
Fair.
gonna say, like, the most. I guess you could attempt to bite
Oh,
him.
actually,
as
can
a
I do
finishing
a
move.
can I do a very stylishly pulled punch?
Yeah, you can just like pull it. It's just
Alright.
like inches from his solar plexus, and he's like, yeah, it's like inches from his solar plexus, and he's like, whoa. All right, fair. And the duel is won. You have won this sparring duel with your sparring buddy.
Great, we only took 9 strife and 4 fatigue. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he kind of falls to the ground. He's just like, you do this every day? Or only on good days?
Oh. On the, this is a good day. The bad day is when the other guy has a sword.
I'm guessing when you met me was a bad day. I mean, meeting me any day's a bad day.
But Captain,
How do you know about my wife?
Because I always tear it on the weekend.
Bite for a 6 severity crit.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
Jesus Christ.
Tear
That's
dude's ear
horrible.
off with that. It's nasty. It's fucking nasty.
Bites do 0 damage, but
But they have a lot of
3
deadliness.
Yeah.
It's really nasty.
This
3
someday.
deadliness is the same as a Yari. Let's put that in perspective.
You just fucking rip somebody's throat out
Yeah,
with your.
you just like rip
Yeah.
and tear.
Actually going to tear somebody's throat out sometime in this game, just so you know.
You think you have
We're gonna
progressed-
like
Oh, go ahead.
we're gonna be using like flame fists sometime to increase deadliness.
You're just like chomp.
I'm sorry, go on.
You think you have progressed quite far with Ryoji. He shows a lot of potential. He just needs to be tempered a little bit. He's a little rusty around the edges. A lot of Ronin are like that.
Alright.
Anyways, so it's about
Back to the main
yeah, back to the main thread. It's about 2 days before you receive notice from the Emperor, excuse me. The Emperor has granted you this minor concession of allowing Kyo an audience with the Emperor at the Winter Court. The Emperor has graciously allowed Kyo to stay at the Emperor Court so long as the festivities hold, under certain conditions. These are afforded to Togashi monks as well, usually, for those who ask. He is not permitted to partake in any games or contests at the Winter Court. He may socialize and talk as he will, but, like, doesn't do anything, like, festivity-related. He may...
A completely neutral third party.
He is a completely neutral third party. He may observe plays and performances and conduct himself in a respectable manner, but he is otherwise just kind of there to watch.
Alright.
He is, however, granted the audience with the Emperor, and he is
Right.
allowed to socialize. So it's a pretty big concession, all things considering.
yeah.
Normally, minor clansmen are just, like, entirely banned from this outright.
Is there anything about the Kasuga in it?
The letter just kind of says, this is a matter we should discuss in person pertaining to the dishonor and slights and afforded justice of any parties. It is not quite right to discuss them behind every party's back.
Interesting.
I don't know. I think the other parties are kind of dead.
It doesn't matter. You still got to talk to him anyways. Anyways, be right back real quick. Gotta use the bathroom.
6
I am
severity
excited.
crit. I'm going to like take a picture of the unarmed profile and
It's
just
like-
save it to my desktop.
This is the
Here, I got you, bro.
culmination of the entire thing of like everything I have done so far.
So snaring lets you spend ops equal to their vigilance.
Equal to their vigilance to immobilize them, yes. And if you
That's all.
you can take what the fuck is it called? There's a style that works with snaring weapons that makes it cheaper to use.
Yeah, but you can't take that as a Togashi monk.
That's true.
That is a lot of ops.
It can be. It can also be very few amount of ops
Well,
if they're
it's a lot of ops-
compromised.
It's a lot of ops if I also want to change their stance.
Yeah, being a wrestling man is difficult.
Mildly so. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay,
That's why there are so many Kiho that just buff your unarmed attacks. Half the fucking Kiho just allow you to bypass most people's resistances. So it's fine. It's totally fine.
I have.
Or you could just have a weapon. Cough cough.
Absolutely fucking disgusting.
I'm sure Unagi Kyo has a spare katana laying.
Hint, hint. Those aren't things you just like readily give out to someone. They are like works of art.
I do need to learn. No, they're works of art if they have their splendid property. I need to learn an EI cut so I can start bapping people.
All right. So you've got about like 3 days left before the Winter Court. Does anyone have anything they want to do?
Rumi is going to attempt to put like the remaining time he has into trying to research something he can do. Like this is just research towards the custom pattern I mentioned.
I think that's okay. Research towards it. I think that's probably either smithing or design. Would you say, Orlando?
What?
He's
Oh,
trying to put research into making his own pattern.
Probably Smith.
Okay.
Or like a scholar skill.
Yeah, some sort of scholar skill, probably like earth or
Oh
water
god, oh fuck.
skill. Yeah.
If you're theorizing, it's fire. Like if you're
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know, fire.
What?
Fire
Skill.
smithing? Fire smithing, and just say you're using
Oh, fire
fire
smithing
approach.
Approach.
Yeah, with a scholar approach. Yeah.
All right.
That's the thing. You can
Is that
do.
amenable?
Mix and match. Here we go.
And let's fucking go. Oof.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. I will say the TN is like 3 for this. I probably should have declared that before I did it, but yeah, TN 3.
Cry.
He's big.
Oh, actually, can I have assistance from what's his face? Did they ever get a name?
Assistant. Hang on.
Jim.
Joe. J-O.
Okay.
Joe?
Joe?
Can he help me with this? Or does being deaf impede him from, like, reading stuff?
Not reading stuff. He may not... Unskilled assistance. He's, like, not really terribly helpful in, like, the
Come on.
precise terminology of this kind of matter.
God damn it. I believed in him.
I believed in him, too, and he didn't.
I didn't.
I'll
Okay, I
I'll
don't
use
think
the
anyone here
ops to
believed in
give
him.
myself assistance on the next check.
Okay, that's fair. Anyone have anything else they want to do with this downtime activity?
Can I go gambling?
You can go gambling.
I'd like to go gambling, please.
Alright, okay, Gloomy. The buy-in is, 2 boo.
Yeah.
Alright, and the pot is...
Akira is just going to rest until the Winter Court. I'm gonna put that in there.
And the pot
unless
is,
something
okay.
happens.
Alright, and the pot is a Koku.
Must go.
Alright, roll me games, probably, yeah, games. Let's just say any games.
Okay.
The other guy is just a schmuck, and you think he's a little over his head. He kind of, like, looks at you a little bit and says, never seen your type around here. Or something to that effect.
My type being...
Scorpions.
Oh.
Alright, okay, so he's gonna pick up that explosive, and he's gonna pick up, alright. He's not gonna spend that op on anything, but, that's another one. You're both folding, I guess. You can't really, like, you're just kind of scoping each other out. His rank in games is, what was it? Yeah, choose me like a rank in something else other than games, I guess.
Martial arts melee.
1.
Cool.
He's just a drunkard at a bar.
Cool.
Alright, roll me once more.
Hold on, I'm just gonna print this so I can read it.
That's a martial arts attack.
Yeah, sorry, wrong one.
Are you like gonna fucking stab this guy?
Spiteful loss.
Okay. Okay, roll me your games now.
I mean, that obviously only applies if I lose.
Yeah, roll me your games. Let's see if you actually lose. Ooh, okay. He folds and you go all in. And the other guy, and you win the hand. You win the whole pot. I don't know how fucking poker works. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We can just not be playing poker. We play snakes and ladders. It's
Anyway, you're just playing snakes and ladders. Yeah, the pot is yours. You win pretty cleanly.
So I win a Goku.
A 1 Koku, yeah.
Oh, there we
go. Or like it's 1 Koku in Boo, I guess. They don't have just
the
Koku marks lying around. It's pretty big deal.
God bless. There we go. Back to 7 Koku. I'd be happy to double or nothing.
They all just like throw up their hands and leave.
All right. Well, no, I'm gonna wait until the winner.
Okay. With that,
actually, I'm gonna provoke somebody, and then I'm gonna go wait for the winner.
All right, that's fair. All right. It is about a few days before, in like the last like hours before the winter court, an army shows up. Actually.
Oh no.
Let's see here. They are on the north side of the river here, and they fly the bright green dragon banners, actually.
Oh, okay.
What are they doing here?
They appear to be hailing anyone who, like, is attending the winter court, so let's just get rid of, like, all these, like... Setsu's dead. What's he even doing here?
Rip.
Fuck that guy.
Why is Kakita Rumi getting grabbed?
That's a good question. I don't remember
that
why.
That was me signifying that I had assistance on my next smithing check.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Good old Kazuhiro Toko rides up on you.
Says,
he appears to be, like, at least part of the army.
Giant.
If I take that beard off, will you die?
That'd be incredibly painful.
You have large stature, Earth.
Greetings to anybody and anybody who this pertains to. We, we of the Dragon, are here to take anybody to Kyuden Tonbo under the auspices of the Winter Court this year. There will be no trouble. We just... merely a security precaution.
My bags are packed and ready to go.
Alright.
And I'm standing here outside your door.
Alright. So, Rumi, I directly remember received an invitation. So the people coming currently are Akira, Kyo, and Rumi, unless he has something, like, insanely pressing that he wanted to, like, jump on right now, which I doubt.
Yeah, he's not gonna, pass up going to the Winter Court.
Isn't Koga going as well?
For the Winter Court.
That's right. Koga was playing. Yeah, Koga's coming with Sane. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, Sane is also present.
Anybody not going?
I think Togashi... Oh, that's right. Fucking... What's his face actually comes? Doji Damadai is coming, and the clan champion, unfortunately, is locked into his room. Into unfortunate circumstances. Refuses to come. Alright, so you all arrive the day before the Winter Court is scheduled to begin, and on the day of the festivities, First Light Kazuhiro Tombo here opens up the session. First things first, there is an important word from the Emerald Champion, who is given the floor. He stands up. Orlando, you saw him before at some point, like a couple weeks back, and he looks considerably worse now. His face is like kind of gaunt, and his cheeks are set in deep, and he's like kind of got like a hunch that wasn't there before. There's an Emerald Champion. I have his character art somewhere. Sure. Yeah, Doji Sugimoto, Emerald Champion. There he is. He gets up on the podium and looks over the crowd and says, "It is with a heavy heart that I must announce my retirement from the post of Emerald Champion. The spirit is more than willing to serve for an eternity, but the body fails to endure. My age is advanced, and I suffer from an affliction of the lungs that may take me suddenly. I cannot risk the post to be vacant in a time of crisis, as what happened with my predecessor. I will step down from the post after all affairs have been sorted and consolidated, and a successor has been chosen through the trials of strength. Thank you." Just sort of like, normally that sort of speech would go on a lot longer, but it's just like very sudden, very curt, and he like bows out. Now that is the Emerald Champion, if you missed it.
I think Akira is going to is gonna look around at the lad.
Well, that's something.
Daidoji Damadai is just like kind of like really steely, and he looks like he doesn't want to be around literally anybody he's with currently.
Look, we didn't ask to be around him either.
That's fair.
How is the Emerald Champion chosen?
The Emerald Champion is chosen through a series of both physical duels and like a bunch of curriculum pertaining to strategy, logic, organization, things like that. But classically, it is chosen pretty much strictly through martial prowess, through Yaijutsu duels.
No, I really gotta learn Yaijutsu.
God.
The position that the candidacy is open to like literally anyone who can compete. It's just usually like a Doji, a Kakita, or a Matsu.
But Koga could compete.
It's an open platform, yeah.
Cool. All right. I imagine it's much harder to turn down the Emerald Champion.
Well,
This is Koga's new plan.
You're trying to become the Emerald Champion, so you have an easier time seducing a mantis.
So everyone's like, wow, like, man, he's stepping down. That's so sad. Koga's like,
I can get some pussy from this.
I see an opportunity. Oh boy, can't wait to backstab all of Rokugan and then just be like, no, it was all for the greater good, heard, or I'm retroactively nice. Fuck you, John Wick, you dumb piece of shit. Fuck you. Anyways.
I don't actually, I should probably ask Sonic at some point what information he actually fucking has.
That's also fair.
Well, Doji Akira has a katana now. That means he's a real
human being.
He's a real Bushi now, right?
A real genuine Bushi. Oh fuck, I forgot he was all the way down here. Yes. Kawano is also present. They seem to have, he was balls deep in lion territory the last time you fucking saw him, and there haven't really been like many updates.
Good. I don't want to talk to him. We had a falling out.
Kawano comes up to you and says,
"Oh, I didn't want to talk to him."
Akira-san, I see that you have survived your ordeal in lion territory. I heard about the incident with the clan champion.
I think ordeal is a little too heavy.
Perhaps. There is an important matter I wish to discuss with you privately. Well, I should say I need to inform you. The Empress is requesting your presence. You, Rumi-san, Kyo-san, and Daidoji
Emperor.
Damadai. Emperor and Daidoji Damadai or requested at your leisure.
Suppose we shouldn't keep her waiting.
Definitely not.
All right. You are led into a chamber in the Imperial grounds where Kyuden Tombo would be. We're gonna move. Let's see if it moves you properly. It did not even move you properly to the map, so we're gonna move all the way to Kyuden Tombo here. Oh fuck! You can already all see it. But waiting.
Yeah, I don't know what this is,
Hang on
but
a
it
second.
does look exciting.
It does look exciting.
Neat.
Hold on a second. Waiting
Oh,
for
yes,
you
I like crane designs. Oops.
is this.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's like, what are we looking at? Derp.
Yeah, sorry, I was like in the midst of like fiddling with it on the in the Roll20.
I'm not present for this one.
No, you're not present for this. This is a private matter. So to your immediate left is the Emperor. Excuse me, I'll get it right one of these days. This is Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Hante the 40th. To her immediate right is her Honor Guards Gunso, Seppun Genjuro. Kuwano, the Lion Clan champion, what was it? The Lion Clan champion, Akodo Kazuyori. To the right, you don't really know who this guy is. And in the center, a woman.
Yeah, Black Lioness. Yes.
I was hoping the reveal would be a little more dramatic.
Yes. The Black Lioness. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I know who this is.
Who is this?
Well, it was Doji Akira's sworn enemy until I took over confidence because
Jesus.
I never met her before now. We
Yeah.
had zero interactions.
Which is funny.
I see.
Let's zoom you in and get on a big shot of the action. The Emperor chimes up. She sits up and says, "It is good of the Crane clan to join us, finally. We are, quite interested to hear what they have to say in their defense."
Akira will look around and then kind of clear his throat if Daidoji Damadai, who I think still technically outranks him, doesn't speak up.
He does outrank him. He's like a daimyo.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yes.
Well, since it's not talk. Oh,
he
is he
does.
talking?
Yeah, he begins to talk. He kind of shoots a glance at the rest of you and then begins to talk. We understand the full gravitas of the situation. We are most pleased to finally have a chance to speak openly with the Honorable Lion. Are we not, my fellows?
Indeed.
Yes.
The guy in the middle there is just kind of has like a look of consternation on his face, and he just kind of like rubs his chin, and is just like, "Which one of these is Akira?"
Akira raises his hand.
You killed my brother.
Prepare to die.
So you have 9 fingers on your right hand.
Oh no.
6.
Six.
Yeah.
9.
Akira sort of bows a little bit. And says he fought bravely.
As expected. I'm not mad or anything. I just want you to know.
Oh
You
no,
did-
man!
I'm not mad or anything.
I just think it's funny that
Isn't it a strange coincidence?
But I'm afraid now is not the time to talk about pleasantries, is it?
Perhaps not.
Perhaps not. I think now may be a good time to stop. As much as I wanted to get to the content here, I'm kind of running out of steam.
We'll add some more coal to the engine.
I'm running out of steam.
Oh,
Money endures.
oh,
Ugh.
oh.
Ugh.
Vlad's disappointment is immeasurable in his days.
I mean,
Up to you guys.
it's up to you guys. Yeah, it's up to you guys.
I mean,
would it be
if
possible
you're
for us
if
to
you're
wrap up this intrigue here, or
Yeah, if you're like totally like I'm done, I get it, but like, oh man,
All
Yeah, I
right,
mean,
fuck
I'm
it.
definitely still here.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna refill my water cup though.
I'm definitely here for this.
All right, no, fuck it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. All right. So, the Empress sits up and she says, "Please, exchange pleasantries after we are done. This is a important, critical moment to preserve stability in Rokugan. I will now hear your case for the both of you to continue this war. Should I like what I hear, I may allow it. But please, now is a time for sensible talks. I would like you now all to roll sentiment.
This is for initiative.
This is for initiative, yes. Both Genjiro and Her Imperial Majesty are not going to roll. They just go first. There is no question about who goes first. All right.
What ring do I want to make this in?
Huh. Wow. I'm gonna take up strife, up success, and explosive. Wait, why? Wait, why?
Why is Koga rolling?
What? Yeah.
What are you doing?
He said all of us should roll.
Hold on.
Shut the fuck up.
I would like to spend the op to learn one weakness or one disadvantage of this dude.
Let's see here.
What's my sentiment? My sentiment is shit.
One disadvantage.
I've got
one disadvantage of his choice. Yeah.
Tired soul.
Hmm.
Who was that? Which one was that? The
This
Clan
guy.
Champ?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will roll it.
Okay.
I will take both of them.
What are your guys' final initiative?
7.
what do you add to it?
8.
Focus.
Which is what? Again, fire, water?
Fire, water, yes.
So 8.
8. Okay.
Or no, wait. Sorry, 10.
Okay, 10.
Yeah, it's plus successes, yeah. Oh,
All
wait,
right.
no.
Who actually has the highest stat? I know Kyo. Okay, so it'll
Actually,
probably
that's
look
7.
something like this currently. Then
Yeah, I
you-
go last.
Yeah, you always go last. Poor Babby. All right.
Perhaps that will change though very soon.
Shibakwano.
Where's my...
Let's roll counterclockwise here.
Oh, I'm gonna spend an op to learn a disadvantage of whose disadvantages do I want to learn? Are we trying to appeal to the Empress? Is that like what we're trying to do here, or are we just trying to discredit the lion?
Up to you.
I don't know what the lion's goal in the intrigue.
Good question. Up to you.
Well, I'll still grab a lion disadvantage. My phone buzzed loudly.
Black Lioness disadvantage.
Sure, yes.
Whispers of disdain for compassion.
Oh,
Whew, that's a fat stack of dice.
Yeah, that's about second dice. He's gonna pick. Okay, so success, explosive, op, and this is all in void. So he's gonna roll. That's one op. So that's one.
Kuwano's
two,
kind of
three.
a blob. I'm surprised you didn't have preset initiatives for these boys.
I probably should have, but like whatever. Like
There's a lot of fucking people.
it is a lot of fucking people. 4. So 4 plus 8. All right, 11. Then give me a second. Kadokazu Yori. You are gonna be rolling this in. No, that was almost Marshall. Fuck. Was Earth. Rolling this in Earth. All right. He's gonna pick up.
Earth.
All right. 2 successes, 1 explosive. So that's. All right. That's 3 plus. 6, all right. 8. 8. Kroyo is going to be rolling in. Also going to be rolling in Earth.
Damn, dude, mute yourself. You're gonna be eating.
Earth, and then that's her fucking. Okay, so success, and then explosive, and then the 2 strifeless ops. Let's see here. 1. Okay, she's gonna use the op spend to give herself advantage. Whatever it is on the next check she has. Going to Izumo. Is going to be doing this in water. Water when you're drinking water. Wow, nice work, fuckface.
When you're drinking
good at
water,
this
bro.
game, dude.
Drinking water.
Is, 9, I think. No, it's. What is it? Hold on, I gotta fucking check this. Okay, so that was 2 plus. Okay, 8, and then his is 6 because he is tired, baby man. Okay. So, now I gotta put all the fucking clan champions up here. Let's see here. Doji Akira, Namadai, Yori. Huh! Okay. Let's see here. Kuroyo. Alright. Something like this. Koma Izumo. It's gonna be right here. And Unagi Kyo at the bottom. Naoji Damadai is also up here. He's like right here. All right. So first, he kind of has to speak up here a little bit, but he looks towards Unagi Kyo and he says, "Before we begin matters at hand, I am most curious to hear what the Mantis has to say for himself."
Perhaps my lord could clarify what exactly it is he wishes to know.
He narrows his eyes to you. He narrows his eyes at you and says, "I think you know exactly what you were abetting. An entire village destroyed, wiped from the earth, completely sacked in some mad raid upriver." He's going to be rolling, he's going to switch to fire, and he's going to be rolling Fire Command here. And he's, like, really fucking hammering down the... Oh, that's supposed to be... That was not marked. That's not... He's not attacking you! He's not attacking you!
Cross katana like, just kills me.
No. It's, well, there's the roll. He's going to be picking up success and those 2 explosives.
That is Shiba Kuwano.
That is Shiba Kuwano, yeah. Like, he is really fucking laying
Wait.
into you right now.
But wait, Shiba Kuwano is saying this?
Yes, he's laying into you.
Shiba Kuwano is.
Yep. Your ally.
Okay. Weird.
I think we have a rat. I think we're going to have Bayushi Koga assassinate somebody.
Always happy to provide my service.
He couldn't have assassinated anybody. He only has one hand.
Of course.
My skullduggery 3 begs to differ.
All right.
Okay.
So that was so he's just like kind of laying into you. Do you have anything to like kind of immediately say back?
Yeah. I'm afraid that I can't speak to anything to any matters that I did not witness personally.
All right. Kazuyori, next to Kuwano, just kind of like very slowly stands and just kind of like sighs loudly and looks around the room.
A little bit, and I'm afraid my lord wastes his breath, throwing accusations at myself.
He kind of like narrows his eyes at this. Before he can talk, Kodo. Yeah, Kodo, what's his face? Kazuyori here stands. He's like he looks very tired. He just like lets out a big sigh like I don't want to be here tonight. He looks around the room and begins to speak. How the other clans of Rokugan view the lion is not lost upon us given our station. They are perhaps right to be leery of our long claws, But it should never be said that our cause is not just. Her Majesty herself spoke out against the dishonor that the savage Ozbeg brought upon the unicorn, and the lion were not the only ones among to quarrel with him. It skirmished with the dragon as well, in addition to the Badger clan. The fears among northern western Rokugan were well known, so let it be known now that we, the lion, acted solely for the safety of central Rokugan. He is going to rock that. He's going to rock that. That's a scholar check. Excuse me. It was like. Okay, he's going to pick up both explosives and the success there. Let me actually check. Okay. One. Okay, he's going to pick up. Yeah, he's going to pick up that one success there, and he's going to tick himself. Okay. Okay. It goes to Daidoji Damadai. He doesn't say anything. He's just kind of waiting for this whole thing to elapse. Akoto Kuroyo kind of speaks up and says, I am very curious to hear what the wayward Kingfisher has to say in the defense of his allies. The atrocities committed by the Mantis savages going upriver were horrific, to say the least. Men, women, and children killed and flayed across houses, stapled to trees. It was a horrific sight to behold. Perhaps the Kingfisher himself had some sort of say in the matter, but who am I to judge? I am not omniscient. That's a fire courtesy roll. Let's see here, fire. Ho! Okay, she's gonna pick up the one-up, and she's gonna pick up the explosive and the success. Just the one explosive success. She's also got to pick that up. She's gonna pip Akira for 2 stripes. She's kind of singling him out. All right, Akira, it is your turn.
Hold on, I'm formulating how I want to word this sentence in my mind. We are going to swap to Firestone.
Oh, real quick, but all of you, what is your social objective here before we actually get into what the pieces
Oh,
are saying?
there's a list of them, right?
Yeah, there's a big list of them.
Akira's social objective. Let's see.
It's in the entry.
So, what
Appeal to a person, I guess?
I guess appeal to a person. I have no clue what the hell the lion are actually trying to do.
They're trying to make their position known to the Emperor that their actions were just. They're trying to this is kind of a military tribunal. They're trying to curry favor with the Emperor to kind of let them go status quo antebellum, or status quo interbellum, I suppose, at this point.
While also pinning on us what the Mantis fleet did.
Yeah.
On their trip around Rokugan.
I see.
So it's appeal to the Emperor, basically. Make sure, they get to maintain their station, because they're in a favorable position currently, and they want to maintain that.
We're going to appeal to the Emperor as well. Insofar as
I guess, yeah, same.
Yeah, and I guess we'll make the point, generally speaking, that none of us here were responsible for whatever the hell happened in that village, and 2...
Sounds like Vietnam.
For real. So you were just following orders, then. Doji Akira?
Yeah.
It's not our fault if children combusted.
The lion overstepped their reach in attacking the unicorn and installing puppets in the unicorn government. As they didn't just, to my understanding, they didn't just go into the unicorn and depose a tyrant. They completely installed a whole set of like collaborator. They installed a totally new regime.
You are totally correct.
Spider, is this the first we're hearing of the supposed atrocities committed by the Mantis?
This is the first Rumi would probably be hearing about it.
Okay.
Yes. Akira and Kyo had some knowledge of what happened, but
We heard that something happened.
We heard that something
We did
happened.
not hear that children were stapled to trees.
Commit war crimes in the former Yugoslavia.
When did this game turn into a dead baby joke?
Several sessions ago.
As of this session, and it's all your fault, all of you.
Right. So Akira is going to say that was the Black Lioness speaking. Who
Yes,
then
that was the Black
started to
Lioness,
land.
yes.
Akira is going to say, the lady forgets her station in addressing the Honorable Mantis as savages blanketly, and likewise seeks to pin on me a grave dishonor, which is far beyond my great dishonor, which is far beyond my good reputation as an honorable and just samurai who has conducted himself excellent record prior to this tribunal. And I would like to leverage I would like to, well, let's think. Famously successful, famously, I didn't write in famously lucky. Actually, I'm not sure I can leverage something here. Paragon of Courage wouldn't be super helpful. I need to have, like, Paragon of Righteousness, probably.
Yeah.
I will use Ardent Leader. I think, I speak with a confidence most find hard to ignore.
All right.
Is applicable. We'll see if I need to leverage it, but
yeah, let's see. See how it goes.
I do have 2 rerolls, so I'm going to reroll the two black dice with Op Strife.
All right.
Because that's not a result I care for. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's an improvement. Let's see. She had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. No, she dropped one of the
Successes.
She took an op instead of one of them. Yeah. Did she drop one of the strife successes or or just the plain one?
Just the plain one.
I don't remember. Okay. I need to build it to 7. So we'll take both explosives. The success strife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want an opportunity? Don't want another. We'll take the plain success though. Yeah, we'll just take all the dice with successes on them, and we'll roll the both the explosives.
Right. And you're making your case known to the Emperor right now, right?
Yes. Yeah. And we will pick both of those up for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes and an opportunity. And 2. And I will spend my opportunity to clap back and prepare for strife, and I will use my school ability to double that to
what is it?
4. I inflict 4 strife.
Yeah, she's kind of like has a steely complexion. But she's like not happy about that. Obviously, I don't think anyone would be.
So yeah, so we're going to point out that she greatly that she has delivered a grave insult to all parties present by insulting my honor and the honor of my famously reliable companion.
That's true. The other guy on the right doesn't seem to say anything. He just kind of like gestures for Kyo to speak.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, the guy on the right.
Whose name we do not know.
Yeah.
So if I speak directly after Akira, I'm gonna sort of continue where
fuck.
he.
It is Rumi's turn technically.
Oh,
I
yeah.
totally forgot about Rumi.
Yeah.
Oh,
it is
shit.
Rumi.
Say something, Rumi. So something cool.
In addition, it's entirely uncalled for to pin the actions of the Mantis on us when this is the first we're hearing about them.
That's probably an air courtesy or water courtesy. I'd say air courtesy, yeah. Yeah, you're already in air, so yeah, air courtesy.
Alright, both explosives and the op. Do I want those? Do I know what the TN is?
The TN is equal to the target's vigilance.
This target's the Empress, so what's the Empress's vigilance?
I'm not at large to tell you. I'm not privy to tell you.
I
Yes,
think
yes,
I gotta
you
take
are.
those.
We need to know the TN. You have to tell us the TN or give us a void point. You
How about a void
doofus.
point?
I'll take a void point, I guess.
Take a void point.
Oh god, do I want all those?
Yes,
So much strife already.
do it.
Oh god. Alright, yeah, I'll take all of them. Then I'll use the op to cancel one strife.
Should have rested before the court.
I wanted to get things done!
I mean, you can always leave.
She kind of like
Yeah.
nods her head a little bit about the subject. Now it is, yeah. Now
Yeah.
the other guy gestures for Kyoto.
In fact, no official treatise was ever signed between the Mantis and Crane clans. I was sent personally to treat with the Crane and decided under my, based on my decision making, to enter the service of Doji Akira. And in my time in his service, myself and my men acted honorably and reliably in a way that any samurai would. So whatever concerns you have about the actions of my kin are with them and not Doji Akira nor myself.
All right, that's probably like an air courtesy.
I would say Earth even
Earth,
because he's
okay.
trying to
Yeah, Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
reason and be a calming influence.
Well, so here's what I wanted to do was sort of like appeal to my famously reliable and seem likable and like an upstanding samurai
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
in sort of a water.
You could probably appeal either way. It would definitely go either way. It would like
That's the way I wanted to approach it.
it would probably be Earth because you're trying to like reason and like you're using
Well,
like a hard line of logic.
Well, here's what I'm saying is it's like I'm trying to like yes, I'm reasoning, but I'm doing it. I'm sort of putting on this face of reason to appear as not as a mantis but as a upright samurai and somewhat charming and able to do the courtly stuff is why I'm sort of arguing for the water
Okay,
check.
that makes sense. Water and then leverage famously reliable.
Because Kyo feels that his way through it is to appear as an honorable samurai and sort of disavow the whole mantis.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, water courtesy will work there then. And you can leverage the famously reliable.
Okay, I'm gonna take all three of those successes and
Okay.
I'll take that as well, and then I'm just gonna reduce 2 strife.
What was your specific goal again, Vlad? It was like
Appeal to
did you have like a specific like subject in mind? Just like make yourself look presentable.
I'm trying to make myself appear as my famously reliable, honorable samurai.
All right. Okay. Could you Vlad? Could you tell me what you like? Give me bullet points about what you just said.
I'm sorry. What you?
Could you give me like bullet points about like what you just said?
What Kyo just said?
What Kyo just
to the
said?
Emperor
Yeah.
was like the fact that there was no real alliance between the Mantis and the Crane clan, and that whatever actions that Yorihiko were taken by him and had nothing to do with Doji Akira, nor really Kyo himself, because Kyo was sent to originally treat with Akira and sort of entered his service by Kyo's own decision.
Okay. All right.
And during that time, Kyo and his men acted honorably and reliably in Akira's service.
All right. Kazuori, not Kazuori. Guano is going to shift to air stance real quick, and he's going to kind of hone in on you specifically and said, there was no alliance on paper, yes, none that we can see, but nonetheless, the Crane did indeed wish to court the Mantis for an alliance that I am part of. You understand my problem here, Kyo-san, don't you? I personally cannot aid, abet, or be part of any sort of atrocities like this in the future. You understand me? This is not a matter of just the Crane and the Mantis. This is a matter of the allies they hold, the friends they keep, the things they say, and the places they are willing to go to get their ends. There are some lines that cannot be crossed, Kyo-san. Are you willing to cross that line? Are the Mantis willing to cross that line? They seem to have demonstrated that quite wholeheartedly, I would say. And he is going to pick up, okay. He's going to pick up those two... Wait, he has 3. Okay, hold on. No, he's going to pick up all the successes and roll the explosive. Okay, he's also going to pick that up. What's your vigilance again, Kyo?
My vigilance
Yeah, your vigilance.
is... What is it calculated again? Is it... what?
It's water plus air, right?
Okay, so it's... water plus air.
Vigilance is water plus air divided by 2.
Okay.
Rounded
Okay,
up.
so 3.
Okay, all right, I see how it is. Okay, so that's 4 successes there. So he's kind of
Got
hammering.
1 bonus success.
He's got 1 bonus success. He's kind of hammering home a point on the matter. Kazuori kind of puts his hand on Kuroyo's shoulder and just he's gonna give her the assist action. Can you do that? There was a disgrace. There was an
Assist assist is attack, scheme, and support action.
Yeah.
But yes, you can do that.
He's gonna he whispers something in her ear and just kind of holds her by the shoulder, and he's kind of taking a restrained approach to it.
Oh yeah, actually, everybody just feed me your assistances, and I'll use my 3 courtesy to teach it to me.
I mean, I also have a 4 ring with 2 courtesy.
I have a 4 ring with 3 courtesy.
Oh, you do have a 4 ring.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, actually, 4-2 is probably good enough. Oh, actually, because of the turn order, how about Rumi just assists Kyo? Because he goes right before Kyo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do that.
All right.
Okay. Daidoji Damadai is going to chime in with how great, the specifics of which are maybe a little nebulous, but he kind of chimes in about how great he thinks Akira behaved himself, and what it
He lies through his fucking
how
teeth.
honorable and nice he is. And
Wait, Damadai is saying this?
Damadai is saying this, yes.
Holy fuck.
So this is something...
Strange fucking bedfellows.
Akira just smugly laughs behind his fan.
So, the stream would not be privy to this, but the previous session, I think the previous session before I decided to start streaming was fucking Akira just flew off the handle and went fucking AWOL against Daidoji Damadai's orders, and he's had a fucking chip on his shoulder about it. He's fucking pissed. Kazuori's it's Kazuori's turn. She is going to switch to Earth Stance and goes, "You are correct. I must give you this concession. I acted too brashly. Please understand, these kind of things are very near and dear to my heart. The lion is in a precarious position, but she kind of pauses audibly there for a moment and goes, I need to maintain that the security of Rokugan on itself was at risk. It had to be done. And she's going to
I
roll.
was just following orders.
That's gonna be like Earth. Yeah, it's gonna be Earth courtesy. Courtesy's like not actually very good.
So, Kazuhiro, you were just following orders.
Okay, she's gonna pick up the both of those.
Oh, that is painful.
Kuroyo.
Okay.
It's still 6. Oh no, she swapped to Earth
She
Stance.
stopped to Earth Stance, yeah.
Oh boy.
Hoping to get an op spend there, but yeah.
Absolutely not. Apparently.
Alright, Akira's turn.
Akira will stand up and place one hand on the table and raise the other and say, these lion speak of justice and preserving stability, but they do not act it out. In truth, they come here with bearing insults to my person and the parties that I represent. They sack unicorn lands, overturn entire governments, and install collaborators who are loyal to them, but not to Her Majesty Tenoheika. And Shiba Kuwano has come here with the intent, clearly, of sullying our reputations. When once he served as an ally, he has shown his true colors by going into bedfellows with the people who would usurp imperial authority by imposing a military occupation upon a great clan.
The moment you start talking shit about Kuwano, Daidoji Damadai just like turns his head and like grits his teeth. And Kuwano like
Shut up, Damadai.
Kuwano sits up and says, "Excuse me, Doji-san."
You're excused.
I don't know how to fucking follow that up.
Akira-san! Says the Gunso to the right of the Empress. You will behave yourself in a cordial manner, especially to your allies. And, okay, so that is definitely a violation of courtesy right there. That's an honor loss, I think. Just, like, shit-talking your superior. And I almost...
I would, Oh, well, go ahead.
I was almost gonna say, this is jeopardizing... This does go against your Giri, I believe. Is that, like, theoretically jeopardizes, like, the diplomatic stability of the Crane.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're, like, shit-talking a key ally right to his fucking face.
Akira... Well, let's think. No, I think Akira definitely would go through with it, because Kuwano has come here with the intent to shit talk us. Like he's clearly opposed to us, and if he wants to actually maintain an alliance with, he needs to stop. Ukraine. Yeah, I think Akira will say if the good Phoenix were to be willing to retract his accusatory and insulting statement to what would otherwise be his dearest allies, we will be willing to look over the incident. Because he has blatantly accused myself and Kyo of nailing babies to trees, in his exact words. And that is not acceptable behavior for what should be an ally.
Alright, it is Rumi's turn.
How the fuck do I follow up on that?
How the fuck does he follow up on that? Why are you doing this?
I'm gonna pip somebody for Strife. I just need to figure out who.
Kuwano?
Kuwano's being such an asshole for no reason.
An asshole, yeah, for no reason. I'll have 2 ops. Oh, what is the diplomacy thing for 2 ops?
What can I do to assist Kyo?
Let's give him
You
some
just-
words of encouragement.
You just need to make me look really good. I'm just
Yeah.
making water rolls, trying to make myself look good. That's my. Like Akira and Kyo just always do the good cop, bad cop
The
thing.
good cop, bad cop routine, yeah.
Oh yeah. We I can spend 2 fire opportunities to set someone else on the defense with fast-paced questions and demands, and choose a demand or statement another character in the scene has made. That player, or the GM if it's an NPC, must tell you any hidden motivations behind that demand or statement.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to ask
Oh.
if there. So I'm going to ask you for 2 opportunities.
Okay.
If Guano has hidden motivations regarding going out of his way to insult us and get on our dicks.
Do I have to tell you the specific motivations if there are?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Kuano does not have any hidden motivations. As far as you can tell, he is really concerned about the ethical practices of what transpired between the Mantis and that random fucking village. You know for a fact, right off the top of your head, Kuano is a paragon of righteousness, and he is a fucking hard ass about it. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that he would get really fucking, like, his tighty whities up in a knot should someone, like, commit an atrocity like that.
Yeah, but we didn't do that. Nobody here, nobody in this room was involved in that.
That's true. Okay, so did Rumi actually do anything?
Yeah.
Rumi hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah.
Well, new plan. I'll start appealing to Kawano.
Okay, so as of the treaty we signed earlier, Rumi can't bring up the specifics of all that.
Rumi can't bring up that there was an Oni in the band, but if he knows that there are like unicorn spies and stuff running around, that's up for grabs.
Well, I mean, unicorn spies doesn't help Kyo look good.
And
Although
Lion Spy,
theoretically,
you know-
stopping a kidnapping plot, on the other hand, does make him.
Oh
look
yeah,
good.
yeah. I think we just agreed that there was no Oni, and that
Yeah.
there was a kidnapping plot, and that the kidnapping plot was the squirt.
Yeah, it was a dynastic.
Yes.
Dynastic struggle.
Yeah.
Who are the Are the Scorpion aligned with the Crane or the Lion?
The Scorpion theoretically have allegiances with the Crane, but they haven't, like, it's a real politic thing. They haven't, like, openly
They haven't
committed
done anything.
They haven't done anything. They're just, like, kind of, like, been going back and forth about talks for a while.
All right.
So you don't really
yeah,
know,
Rumi-
which is, like, almost as bad as them being lion aligned.
How do I, like, what's the way to phrase that it's not just me, like, fucking sucking Kyo's dick in public here?
Just say that in your experience, the characters of everybody in this room are like of good quality. That none, just I don't know. Remind everybody that nobody in this room was actually responsible for
Nobody
murdering
here is
baby.
an
All
idiot.
right, yeah. It is of my experience that everybody in this room is of sound moral character, so can we please leave the village behind? I understand it is a tragedy, but it is not one relevant to those gathered today.
The meek man on the right here sort of, like, chimes up and says, Rumi-san, if I could have your ear specifically for a moment, and he, like, kind of, like, scoots a little closer, as close as, like, he would probably be allowed.
All right.
We've never met, but I have a bit of a predicament, and I think it pertains specifically to you.
To me.
Yes, to you. How much do you want?
I'm
What?
sorry, what?
How much do you want? I have a lot of koku. I don't have a whole lot of in the means of, like, material at the moment, but I don't know. I'm good for it.
For what?
What do you
I
mean
don't
for
understand.
what? Don't play dumb with me. Excuse me. Please, let's cut right to the chase. Please return my brother Ranmaru.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, that guy.
Oh. He's... We're not holding him hostage.
Yes, you are. He pulls out a letter that is just like, it's in the insofar it's the specifics are, we have your brother, give us XYZ amount of money, so on and so forth.
Who's it from?
It's not signed. I'll have like I'll have the specifics of the letter for you like next session.
Well, it's not signed, and does it even say who we is?
Who we is?
We
Like, is there anything identifying about this letter that would say the crane had?
It is the letter says he is being taken to Toshiranbo.
Oh,
Well, I mean, that's technically correct.
who?
We aren't holding him hostage at all. He's free to go anytime. We rescued him from some bandits who had him hostage.
Then where is he?
At Toshiranbo. Well, last I heard.
We haven't actually seen him in several weeks.
The Daidoji Damadai kind of leans forward and catches the eye of you, Rumi, and he just sort of shakes his head.
Is that like a signal to stop talking, or is that a signal that he's not in Toshiranbo?
Stop talking.
Alright.
Negotiations with this guy have ended. And, Izumo over here, his name is Izumo, he's like, kind of gets the idea and like, sort of just like backs off. Kyo, it's your turn.
Yes. So I guess I'm gonna start trying to appeal to Kawano specifically. You know, I guess taking Rumi's assist in praising my character and say something along the lines of like, Kawano-san, I understand your very righteous concerns about the Mantis operating on mainland Rokugan. However, no such incidents have occurred with myself nor my men in all of my time of being here. Every action I have taken has been under reliable order from the Honorable Doji Akira.
Okay, that's probably, courtesy water. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like make him not see Kyo as like
An
the
asshole.
yeah, like
The
the
bad
inciter
guy.
of like horrible violence.
Yeah.
You have one whole assist die. So you're
One
ready.
whole assist die.
Which is what, white?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, white.
I'm getting explosive. Oh, god damn it!
Wow.
Wow.
Fuck
Do
me.
you have any honor advantages? I don't.
Oh, you know what? I'm famously reliable.
Yeah. I will,
Uh,
I think that would probably...
What do I get? 2 rerolls, right?
Yeah, I allow that.
Can I
Just
pick?
reroll 2 white dice, I
Yeah,
guess.
Yeah.
you can just pick and choose.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Now he's got
Very
something
nice.
going.
Okay.
Very nice.
I'm gonna take all 3 successes and an
Okay.
and also that up, I guess.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do with like water ops and an intrigue?
Probably.
Let's check real
get
quick.
out the big book.
Yeah.
So one of the diplomacy ones was, I think, pretty interesting.
You break the tension with a well-timed joke or clever comment. The question must be unrelated to. You can ask a personal question of a character in the scene, and you both get 1 objective or 1 momentum point.
Yeah. So maybe what I'll do is I'll spend an op to ask Kawa.
It is 2 ops.
There's 2 ops. Yeah.
Oh, it is 2 ops. Okay. I'll spend both of those ops, considering considering that, and then add on to the end, in your personal experience in the field with myself, Kawano-san, have I led you at any point to believe that I would be capable of committing such horrible atrocities?
He stops and thinks for a moment. And he's just like quiet for an instant. And he looks up at the Empress and says, Madam, may I have your leave? I think I have some reflection I need to do. She nods and says, Negotiations have become heated. I wish for everyone to cool their head, at least for a moment's reprieve, so we shall break for but a moment. Please, act civilly. And I think I'm going to end the session there because I'm actually incredibly...
It is midnight.
Yeah, it is midnight. I'm actually fucking tired. I think that went pretty well. Okay?
I also think that went really well.
All right. There we go. Session's over. Thank you all. Thank you very much all for coming. We're gonna start the stream starting. I gotta get an ending fucking thing at some point. But thank you all for coming. This has been an excellent session. We peaked at like 9 or 10 viewers at some point. That was pretty nice. It kind of like dripped off as the night went on because like, you know, people go to bed and shit. But I had a lot of fun, as fucking stupid as a lot of this was. I think this is excellent. Thank you all for coming, and come again next week. All right. Good night.